shadows lengthen in Carcosa. Strange is the night where black stars rise. Strange moons circle through the skies. Much stranger still is lost Carcosa. Song of my soul, my voice is dead. Die thou unsung.
Boy, hello.
Hello.
And welcome
Hi.
to session 13,
Lucky number 13.
I believe, of Murmurs at the Abyss in Call of Cthulhu 7th edition. I am your keeper. Is it keeper?
Yeah.
Keeper.
Stu. And to my left.
I am Kimi. I am playing Doris. I am an explorer, a shooter of things, an ex-Wild West performer, and I'm really excited to find out what happened to my character last time since I was sick and not here.
You were real good Overwatch.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you had our backs.
Nice.
Nobody snuck up on us. I don't think anybody tried, but
But-
boy,
I
howdy,
mean,
we were ready.
We don't know.
Yeah.
She's going to come back and be like, I killed 15 men today.
They ain't over yet. I'm Jim, and I'll be playing Isadore, your slightly cracked archaeologist and professor, and now exploder of houses. So, great.
Everyone's got to have a hobby.
Yeah.
It's all about adding on that resume. One thing after the other. And I'm CADave. I'm going to be playing Dmitri Tupolev, ex-Russian soldier, now on this wacky adventure of destroying the British countryside.
I still feel like we just tried to kidnap you on this crap.
Oh, yeah, totally.
A little bit, but he was happy to have somebody to be friends with. I feel like
So we took advantage of your need for companionship to draw you into
insanity.
literal insanity.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think maybe that happened.
that's the lesson, kids. Don't be lonely.
Accurate.
Don't get stuck in a foreign country after a war
Yeah,
where you don't speak the language.
a lot of important safety tips.
Hi, I'm Pooja. I am playing Camilla, librarian, lower upper houses, communer with Isadore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Intergalactic traveler.
Just saying, mistakes were made by me. I made mistakes.
All right, so session 12. Does someone want to summarize what happened?
Sure. I could do my journal entry for this.
Okay.
Let's see. So I haven't read this since we played. Let's find out what happened.
All right, let's do it together.
July 13th, 1923. We decided to proceed with our plan to demolish the sarcophagus with the dynamite that Dmitri and Doris purchased. Oh, so easily. And with absolutely no one questioning it whatsoever. Isadore proposed that we take the day to observe the cabin before we took action. And so we did that. Throughout the day, we saw 7 or 8 cultists go to and from the cabin. But at nightfall, 9 of them entered the house, including O'Leary. Isadore went to... We basically decided that at that point, there was no way we could, deal with 9 cultists on our own. And we had to do something. So Isadore went to create a distraction, exploding one of our sticks of dynamite in Gale's yard. Sorry, Gale. It drew away most of the inhabitants, but not all. Dmitri overcame a guard, and I heard a voice say, "We do not have time for this." Forgive me, Father, for the choice we have made this night. The sarcophagus was destroyed, and while we fled, we called to James to also flee the house. He made it out in time, and from the ruins of his cottage, I saw a beast fly fast into the sky. It matched an illustration in Hymns to the King in Yellow, as a creature often used in rituals. Its skull looked remarkably familiar. We deposited James at the manor and went back to the bed and breakfast to gather our things. Ow.
Sorry. They're not hearing it over the thing. Sorry. There's going to be one more.
Okay.
Actually, 2.
Doris had left us a note, making her own way back to London. On Dmitri's suggestion, we went to find a freight train that might stop for water here, and luckily enough, one did stop, and we were London bound. July, and then, overnight in the train, July 14th, 1923. Saving reality as we know it, hobos.
Yeah.
Through an odd coincidence, the train car in which we traveled held many crates for Dr. Albert Einstein. Einstein had not yet arrived at the farm, but they expected him later that day. We proceeded to the Kesslers' facility, and Gail had settled in well, and we agreed to go back to the dreaming for more of Dr. Kessler's research, because that went so well last time and the time before. We said we would help, hopefully, to shield her from any ill effects of her going on her own. Dr. Kessler was surprised to hear Einstein was in town, and loaned us his vehicle to get around London while we searched for Nathaniel Harper. We drove by the Trask estate on our way out. It was well kept, if not in good taste.
Oh, that's right.
I believe they call it nouveau riche. When we arrived at the Einstein compound, he was setting up an experiment with Nikola Tesla. It will tell us if he will tell us if Tesla agrees to visit with us as well. I spent the afternoon preparing for communication with Hastor. I gathered 9 dice from Dr. Kessler's associates. After I began chanting, suddenly I was woken by Dr. Kessler, who informed me that it was time for the dream study. I do not know what happened to my afternoon. We found ourselves in the lab, but alone. We went down the steps, and they kept going. Gail chose to go back to the lab and wake up. So we went back with her, but the extra steps were gone. When we reached the bottom, I was unable to cross the threshold into the jungle. Instead, another set of stairs appeared. And I went down, and down, and down. Soon I was traveling to the Taurus, to Aldebaran, and an eye turned to me. At that moment, I understood the vast entity we know as the King in Yellow, and that others know as Hastor.
Crazy balls.
And then
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Otto, disguised as a doorknob, listens in, and you guys, add your because you weren't with them, were you? Because they went on. Did they go on without you? Because I have a little coda after what you wrote.
Cool. Do the coda.
Okay.
I mean, my journal
well,
only really covers my
I remember
experiences.
the big cliffhanger.
The Renaissance Village.
Yes.
You went to the village.
Oh, yes. I didn't write that part down because I wasn't there.
Okay. All right. Okay. And then you guys were inside talking to the farmer who had helped you out earlier. And then you started hearing the sound of electricity outside, like a Tesla oil sound. And there was sort of like an oval window.
He just calls it a coil.
Right, he does, right.
It's a me, Tesla.
And there was sort of like almost like an oval window in the sky surrounded by lightning. And through it, you could see Professor Einstein, another man, and behind them was Abigail Athenbright, dressed as a secretary.
Yes.
Right. And I also noted that you have about 8 hours of temporary insanity left.
Oh, was that all?
Yeah.
So it's just temporary insanity instead of indefinite insanity. Cool.
Yes.
You made that roll, I think.
Yeah, well, the amount of sanity you lost didn't hit the threshold for
Okay.
indefinite.
Because I had marked indefinite. So I'm glad to know that isn't the case.
Yeah, temporary. Okay. So that's where we had left it. So you guys see this image, sort of this window tearing a hole through time and space, and you can see them, and they're definitely, they seem to be looking at you. And Einstein seems extremely confused.
So we're in the dream right now? Wait. Okay. To be fair, my character knows. Just check.
Is that woman? She has come back. We must shoot her again. Make her leave.
I am extremely stunned. Trying to think. So they look like they can see us?
They seem to be looking at you. Einstein, Abigail Athenbright is not really paying attention. She's in the background, kind of doing something else. But Tesla's just sort of like looking around. But Einstein is like looking
At us, because he recognizes us.
right.
Can I have a clarifying point on which Abigail is this again?
Abigail Athenbright.
Yes.
She
The
who
bride.
walks between shadows.
Got it.
bad
Oh,
lady,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Nope. Totes necessary.
Especially since we're in the dream, it's like we can't narrow them down by which ones are dead.
She has found a way to penetrate the protections of this place.
I'm basically going to try to mime, stop, don't do this.
Shut it down.
Bad. Shut it down.
Okay. No, where's my spare character sheet so I can see what that might be.
Language ASL.
There, yeah, but it's not really ASL. It's
Language.
Charades.
Mime.
Actually,
Or, yeah,
I think
perform.
Perform,
would
yeah.
probably be
Perform
that.
charades.
yeah. There you go.
Is that a thing?
Yes.
Perform is a thing.
I don't have it on my sheet.
That's not on there.
Oh, no.
Is it not? Because there's. Oh.
No.
Nope.
We're all thinking of other games.
Is it art?
Yeah,
Art
exactly.
or craft? Perhaps? An art to perform?
Oh,
There you go.
That makes sense.
Mimer?
Yeah. Mimery.
Murmuring.
mimification.
I'm not stuck in a box. I'm just trying.
Hey, yeah, I think that would probably fit.
All right.
I mean,
It's not like I have it, so.
Well, you know what? Make it just an int roll then.
All right. That's a 6.
owned.
So I would have made the performance check.
Okay, all right.
Because I think you got a base 10% on that.
Yeah,
Oh, no, it's
art
5.
craft
Yeah.
is 5.
You could have spent one luck to make
One
that.
luck to make that.
Right. Okay. All right. So Einstein's eyes kind of go wide, and he walks off the screen. All of a sudden, the thing goes and disappears.
Okay.
We got to get out of here. We got to get back.
Yep. I wake up. I am very bad at this. You people do it so well.
Yeah, I'll try to wake up then.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm always in favor of leaving this place.
So what was it, a power check to
I
wake
think
up
it was.
with?
Was it the dreaming?
Oh, God.
No, it's not
No,
dreaming.
it's the same.
Yeah.
It was.
Unfortunate.
It was a power check.
It was power.
Yeah.
Okay.
Power.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, none of us would ever wake up.
Ever.
I wake up.
Ah!
I do not.
You missed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
97.
97. Just shy of a
So the
total failure.
two of you wake up, and you're in the gurney. You're at Kistler's, if
Right.
I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Okay. So you wake up and you see Doris is still asleep. Her eyes are wide open,
Oh, dear.
and the doctors are like around her trying to figure out what to do.
Oh, crap.
Like the catatonia.
Oh, I'm going to try to wake up Doris. then.
Okay.
Doris. Just like smacking. Not like slaps.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
Doris.
That'll wake you up.
Okay. All right.
Because you're trying to wake up anyway.
Yeah.
So.
I want to do the thing.
And you're not trapped in a terrible place.
Yeah. There it is.
And I go, Doctor, is there something wrong with Camilla?
And he,
Her eyes, they just opened. I don't know what happened. But she's not awake. She's not responsive. Her pupils are not responsive. But she is alive. We have not yet tried to wake her because we have not seen this sort of condition.
She separated from our party and went somewhere we could not follow. So I don't know. I can't tell you what happened, if anything happened there that would have induced this, but I am concerned.
We could give her a stimulant.
What do you guys think?
I mean, getting her out of this place would be better.
I mean, we have no way of knowing where she went to. She's trapped in. I mean,
Well, Doctor, this is your area of expertise. What do you think the best recourse is?
I was hoping to find out what the context of the dream was to know if it would be dangerous to.
I cannot say.
she left where we were, so we don't know where she is.
She couldn't go where we went for some reason, and then she went a different direction, and then we lost track of her.
Perhaps for safety's sake, I should wake her up.
I concur.
Okay.
I mean, there's a risk either way, so getting her back would be better.
Yes,
Okay.
I agree.
Just arrange it.
I'm going to hold her hand while they try to...
Okay. You wake up on the gurney, but you're almost 100% certain you're still in a dream.
And screaming. So much screaming.
Okay.
So much screaming. And then
Okay.
another breath, and some more screaming. And then I need to go back to the village. I need to go to the village now, and I just run out the doors.
Okay.
Really confused
Okay.
when they
will-
don't lead to the stairs.
Right, and they don't.
I'm going to chase after her.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go too.
Okay.
I'm basically just concerned that she's trying not to make sure that she doesn't hurt herself.
Yeah.
Because we've all been through some freaky crap, so we can't really. So Camilla, you're not dreaming. You're awake.
I mean, we've thought that before.
The doctor gave you a stimulant.
We have also thought that before. And
Where did you go? We lost you.
I went down, and then I went to. I need to go to the village. I need to go to the village. I need to go to the village.
We are concerned the village is
we just
under a type of attack.
I don't think it's a great idea for you to go back in right this moment, dear.
But
Do you think you'd be able to access the village now? You were
I
unable to cross the threshold before.
I should. I think. I hope. They need to help me. What do you mean attack? Who's attacking?
It would seem that Athenbright has made contact with the Professor Einstein and Tesla. There was a giant, lightning ring in the sky, and we could see them clearly, and they could see us. Somehow they've managed to make a machine that allows them to peer into that place. And she seems to be somewhat behind it. She was there with them.
We have to stop it.
So
I agree.
We must go to this farm.
Yeah, if we can find this machine,
I mean, we know where the farm is. We've been there. We went there on the way here.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll allow. Maybe that was what was keeping me from going into the farm. So
Okay.
it would allow me to go back to the village. So long as we have to stop them. We have to stop them so I can go back to the village.
Or maybe more exciting, we might be able to observe things in the dream world without actually going there.
Well, the question is if it is a window or if it is a door. If it is her intent to open a door so that she may bring her evil into that good place as a way to sidestep their own protections.
that whatever this is, she's behind it, which means that there's something wicked about it, and it must be stopped.
I feel like perhaps she needs to be shot in leg again. Make her go away.
This I can get behind this plan.
Its leg is obviously not enough.
Yeah.
Um,
Try and do better.
I suggest we all prepare ourselves and make our way there as quickly as possible. So at that point, now, well, Camilla, are you sure you're okay?
Yes, I'm fine. I just need to get back to the village.
Okay, well, let's get to work on that. And I'm just going to go and get dressed.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming I'm in a gown of some sort.
Right. Okay.
Then we go gather my stuff.
All right.
We'll get things and be ready to go as well.
Okay.
I wish I had saved some dynamite.
Well, apparently it's super easy to get.
We can pick up some more at 7-Eleven.
I mean, I think is it as easy to get it in London proper?
No, probably not.
Probably not.
The country is a completely different
Yeah,
place.
we're like, there's no tree stumps that need to get blasted in the middle of London.
That would irritate people.
But there may be a parliament that needs taking care of.
Long time before this.
Wait. Where'd this mess come from?
Yeah.
Just me running out of cabbie with a stick of dynamite is what I do.
Wait, I need a ride.
No!
But I do take my guns and anything that I have left.
Okay. All right. So, are you going to change, or are you just going to try to will yourself to change?
I mean, I'm not going to think about changing.
Okay.
So unless someone reminds me, I'm going in the night dress.
Okay.
I probably, like, as I'm, like, when she's, Camilla, dear, you might want to put on some clothes if we're going to try and not be noticed.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yes.
I mean, still half convinced in the dream. So I spend the whole way back up to the room attempting to force my clothes to change.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you guys, do you have a car, or are you going to take a cab?
No, we borrowed Kessler's car.
Okay, that's right.
Right?
Okay. All right.
Try to make my notes more legible this time. I was like, we did what? Oh, he loaned us his car.
We did squiggle dot dash.
Okay. So you make it back to the outskirts, and you see the old abandoned barn, and you can the workers are still there, and the platform where they've got the giant batteries and such, and all that stuff is all seems to still be intact.
Is there anybody? There's still sort of like a blockade of people barring access to the area like
No.
there was before.
No, that barricade's not there.
So
Drive right up.
drive right up, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the guys working on the batteries, it looks like they're unhooking stuff. Said, "Can I help you?"
Yes, we were wondering if we could speak to Dr. Einstein.
I'm afraid Dr. Einstein has left. I believe they will be back sometime this evening.
Is Dr. Tesla here?
Dr. Tesla went with him.
And their assistant, I believe it's a woman I describe.
Oh, okay. Give me 1 second.
Well, that's a good test. Good thinking.
What do you do? How do you describe her?
I describe her the way that I describe her the way that I saw her in the dreaming through the
Okay,
through the
but-
portal. The hairstyle, the color of the dress,
Okay.
general height, that kind of thing.
Says, I don't recognise the woman you're describing.
Oh, okay.
The assistant, she's a redhead.
Did she go with them?
Oh, yeah, I believe she did. And it is probably dusk at this point.
I go, please pardon me, but I seem to be missing the note that I left to myself. Do you remember where they're staying?
He gives you the name of a
Hotel.
hotel.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
So she wasn't a redhead in.
No, she has like curly black hair.
Perhaps we were seeing her influence on this other woman.
Yeah.
She does hop from body to body.
Ah,
Yeah, they were saying how she jumps into different bodies in the time stream, so it's
Oh.
possible this is the same.
perhaps she has taken this poor girl.
Yes.
Well, let's make our way over there as quickly as we can. I would like to believe that the professors are both dupes in this, and they could be persuaded to simply stop. And if we can find this woman, maybe we can bring an end to this in some way, shape, or form. Although, from what I understand, she's going to be very difficult to be rid of.
But it's important that we have to disrupt as many of the rituals as possible in the time that we have here.
Mm-hmm.
Because the more rituals we can disrupt on this side in this point in time, while others work on other points in time,
Yes.
we do not want the
Also-
king in yellow here.
Oh.
And he
No.
wants to come here.
Perhaps this machine is also part of, how you say, welcome wagon.
Could be.
If we can discover how this machine works, maybe we could use it to find other locations of these rituals. If it's capable of moving back and forward in the same way that she is, then we might be able to use it to disrupt more rituals more easily. Like I said, I'm hoping that this isn't, that they're not in cahoots and they're just being duped. And if that's the case, we might be able to use this to our advantage. Drive.
Okay. See, the hotel is in London, and
Not the same hotel we were staying at before.
no.
Oh, good.
I'd be safe.
Captain Reset over there.
When you get too much heat, man, you got abandon that character and move on.
Great. Okay, so you get into the lobby, and there's a bellman and
I just walk up and I go, pardon me, but we understand that Professors Einstein and Tesla are staying with you. Would you be able to convey them a message?
yeah, of course.
I just write a little note and says, introduce myself, or, we'd love to talk to you about the recent going-ons, and just leave it mysterious.
Okay.
And send that to Einstein.
Okay.
It's gonna take Doris aside. You're armed, right?
Oh, yes.
This woman, we should not allow her to, we cannot suffer her to meddle any further in this timeline.
The redhead, you mean?
Yes.
Abigail, yes. Yes, it's strange. I feel slightly hesitant. I hope that there's some way to perhaps save this poor person she's taken over, but I agree.
I mean, maybe if it's not lethal.
Perhaps. The shooting her in the leg seemed somewhat effective. I am wondering, though, if we do kill her in this time stream, does it kill her? Or does it let her jump to someone else nearby? Because that could be even more unfortunate.
I don't know.
I mean,
This is why we need to get back to the village. They know so much more than we do. And we need to find out.
possibly, but we cannot just go back in blind. We are
But we can't let her know that we know.
right.
Because if she knows
That we know.
that we know, that is a problem.
Right. And that's the difficulty with her having the advantage of time on us. She may very well be in our future and already know actions we take.
Then again, if
But we
can,
should be protected because of the people from the village. And they cast the spell that protected us.
Yes. But if she knows what actions we take, she may be able to thwart us, even if she can't necessarily directly harm us.
I honestly believe, and mind you, this is a significant leap of logic, that this whole thing is an attempt by her to neutralize the people in that village that seem to be capable of countering what she's trying to do. They seem probably to be her number one threat, and if we want to be able to maintain that as a resource, we need to make sure that this is stopped. And I am hoping that we can just speak to either Einstein or Tesla, talk some sense of them, and say that they no longer want to cooperate and do not mention us to this woman, so we can maintain some form of anonymity. That would be the best possible result.
I mean, it's going to be very strange. I mean, we can't tell them that we know, because if they let on to her that we know who she is, then that puts us all in so much danger.
Well,
Also, we need to make sure that Gale stays out of all of this. No more dreaming for Gale. No more dreaming at all for Gale.
I agree with that.
I would agree.
I mean, didn't Einstein see us?
That's the thing, is
I
that
did not see him.
He may already have told her all about, I
Indeed.
saw people I knew through the...
hopefully that isn't the case, but obviously I managed to communicate that he needed to stop, because as soon as I did so, the experiment stopped. So,
Well,
with the role you got,
yeah.
with the role you got, you probably were also able to convey and also STFU.
Well, I mean, if he put an end to the experiment, he may well be dead. We don't know what she would do in such a situation.
Well, I mean, they said that he left, not that he died.
From
The farm. The farm.
Yeah, he left willingly from the farm.
oh god,
Well, I would assume that she still needs them to continue on. I doubt that just simply opening the portal for an instant was what she was after. As long as they're of use to her, they're most likely still alive.
indeed. Hopefully, they have not concluded their building of this contraption.
I am hoping that she is not capable of replicating the construction on her own. Who knows what level of education she has in these matters. But being someone that spans several parts of time, one could think that it is a possibility. If I had all of eternity, you know how many degrees I would have? And right now we're just waiting for the message to be taken up.
Yes.
That's what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I suppose what I'll try to do is I'll just take a seat in the lobby. I'll grab a paper. I'm trying to look inconspicuous, and also in a way trying to cover my face and be able to look up and see if this woman walks by, I'd be able to spot her without her spotting me.
Okay.
Just gonna roll the 9 dice that I had over and over and over again. Like from the ritual.
He comes down after an amount of time and says, I'm afraid that the Do Not Disturb sign has been placed on the outside of Professor Einstein's door. So I slipped the note underneath.
Okay. I hate to be a bother about this, but this is actually quite urgent, and it has to do with an experiment that the doctor is working on that could have dire consequences. I give him my card from the university. We're professors from an American university that have been studying what Dr. Einstein has been doing, and we have very important information to speak to him about that is quite technical. So I would be hesitant to simply try to pass on a message. Is there any way that we could call up to the room and see if he's available? I do not want you to overstep your bounds, but I must tell you it is extremely urgent.
They've had telephones in rooms at that point, or there'd be like a...
If this is a fancy place, maybe?
It's a nice place. Yeah, okay. Well, good luck.
I'm rolling all the dice today. This is not good. 54. What is my luck at now? 59.
All right.
Yes, he's in one of the suites that has a phone. So he goes into the back office and comes back out and says, he's not answering.
I see. That's quite vexing. Perhaps Dr. Tesla might be available. Could you try him? They might be working together. They're collaborating on this project.
Well, certainly. He goes back. He comes out a few minutes and says, Mr. Tesla is available. He said he could come down to either speak with you if it's extremely urgent, or but he knows that Professor Einstein is sleeping. He's quite tired.
If you could tell him that, yes, we would very much like to speak to him at his earliest convenience. If he would come down, we would be much appreciated.
Okay. So he goes back and comes back and says said he would come down as soon as he's dressed. And about 10 or 15 minutes later, small slight man in a kind of a cheap suit comes walking downstairs.
Before he does that, like when you hang up, if Einstein's sleeping, I mean, is it possible that they are working on this contraption in the dream somewhere?
It could be, but I couldn't figure out a way to have him roused without raising suspicion.
Of course, but
But the thought had crossed my mind.
She forced him into.
We need to wake him up.
Yeah.
He should not be sleeping unprotected. None of us should be sleeping unprotected. That's why we need to go back to the village.
Perhaps Dr. Tesla could be persuaded into telling us what room Einstein is in, and then we can perhaps take action at that point. But we just need to speak to somebody and see what we can find.
How big is this hotel?
Oh, it'll probably be 3 stories, 4 stories, something like that.
Okay. So they probably only have like 5 suites?
Probably.
And the good ones that are, like have
phones.
telephones.
You talk to Professor Einstein. You know more about
Tesla
the science. Or this is Tesla, excuse me.
And we'll go
I
and check
go
on
and
Einstein.
Check for suite with do not disturb.
That sounds
sign.
perfect. Okay. I'm going to wait around for them, and I'm going to let them...
All right, so you guys...
the 2 of you, or no? I should stay with you.
Yeah, so I would like somebody...
Nobody should be by themselves.
Yeah. Nobody should be by themselves.
Okay.
Especially little old me.
Okay. After a few minutes, a gentleman comes down in kind of a cheap suit and comes in and says, he goes up to the desk and they point you out and goes,
I put down the paper and I go, Dr. Tesla, and I extend my hand.
oh, Mr., please.
Mr. Thank you so much for seeing us. I'm not sure whether you're familiar with our faces, but we had an experience early on where we saw the effects of an experiment that you are working on with Professor Einstein.
You can tell he does not like this conversation.
The machine that you're developing wouldn't happen to have some kind of ability to cross dimensions or time.
I'm sorry, where did you...
I give him my card.
Okay.
Can I do spot hidden on him, like just to observe him and see, like, I don't know.
If you're observing him, that's probably psychology.
Oh, okay, never mind. I'm mostly looking for, like, I don't know, signs that he's like a fanatic or a fan of.
That would be psychology.
Okay,
That would definitely be psychology.
I don't have that then.
It's like I do not wish to alarm you, nor do I wish to speak out of turn. If you would like to move this conversation to a more private location, I am perfectly willing to do so. But I believe that I might be able to shed some light onto some of the things that you've been researching, if you would be willing to acquiesce to giving us your time.
Well, I could give you some. I'm very busy, but perhaps the hotel restaurant.
I'm speaking to him in Russian, by the way, because,
Yeah.
he speaks Russian.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, he speaks like 20 languages, dude.
Did he really? Because he was what, Serbian?
Yeah.
It's Serbian. Okay, so he walks into the hotel bar.
Okay. And I basically pull out a notebook and I draw the yellow sign on there, and I go, "Are you familiar with this symbol?"
Yes, I have seen such.
This is a symbol for a type of faith that is currently being practiced by people that wish to bring harm to this world. They are fanatical, they are well organized, and they have a considerable amount of resource. We believe that this experiment of yours is being manipulated by these people in order to harm another group of individuals that seem to be opposing this cult, for the lack of a better word. It is imperative that you do not continue this line of experimentation, especially with that woman, the red-headed woman. We saw behind you and the good professor earlier today.
You mean Maggie?
I believe she's probably your assistant or secretary?
Yes.
Yes, she is involved with these people that I was speaking to you about. As a matter of fact, she is a person of quite a considerable amount of power to those people. And we believe that she may not be exactly what she appears.
But I have known her for a very long time.
We're dealing with people that have the ability to graft another personality onto somebody else's body. I'm trying to be as sincere as I can. I'm like,
right.
I know this sounds insane.
I was like, you just went for it, buddy.
Yeah, I just went for it.
Yeah.
Persuade.
You didn't even go for like they have a way to influence the mind of the
You go ahead and make your persuade roll.
Sure.
Probably a good thing I have no idea what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, he's believing anything.
Oh my god, he's
9.
believing everything.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
the things.
I am rocking it.
What'd
This
you
is
roll?
the face of
0,
the
9.
honesty right there.
9.
I got a 10% chance of doing that, and I rolled a 9.
I rolled a 97.
At least we've got Tesla on our side.
I must say, this sounds almost incredulous.
I would, if it wasn't for the experiences that I've had that backed this
help
up,
yourself.
I would seriously agree with you. But we are dealing with a completely new field of study when it comes to energies that come from what I believe to be a representation of the collective subconscious, or a dream realm where we can where certain people can travel and experience things. Are you familiar with a Dr. Kessler? He's working here in London.
I've heard the name.
Dr. Kessler is doing research in a phenomenon where people have shared dream states and can communicate with each other while dreaming. We have, my group and I and several others we know of have, through this process that Dr. Kessler is developing, managed to achieve this. And it was when we were in this dream, and the good doctor will be able to verify the timing of this, that we saw your experiment in the form of a mirror wreathed in lightning, where we saw you and Einstein and this woman working on this experiment.
Can you describe the surroundings of the place where you were? I don't know why he's German.
Yeah, no problem. I totally. I give him the description. It was it was a sleep therapy, so it looked like
No. The scene where you saw.
Oh yeah. Well, we were in a village. One would say medieval style. We were with. I described the other persons that were in the room that we were in, or the building that we were in. That we walked out and saw this thing, and there was the woods and blah blah blah. I go as best the description as I possibly can.
All right. I think perhaps we should wake up Dr. Einstein.
I would agree.
Okay. So I'm going to go up to.
Speaking of waking Einstein.
All right. We've gotten to the top floor.
Okay.
Are there any double door rooms?
Yes.
Okay. And do any of
There's
those...
two. There's one on each end of the hallway.
Okay. And do either one of those have the...
Yes, one has a do not disturb sign on it.
That's the one I'm going for.
Okay.
I'm going to get to that door, and I'm just going to start,
Okay.
like, angry neighbor that's pissed off at your loud party, banging on that door.
Okay. All right. You start banging on it, and there is no response.
Okay.
Should I force the door?
Yes.
I will attempt to do so.
Okay.
I think you're actually stronger than I.
That's impossible.
Oh, no. It's dexterity. You're crazy more dexterous than I am.
That is true.
That's true.
That is because I can't punch anything, but by God, nothing will touch me.
Is it just a strength?
I would say make it half.
Okay. But, I mean, based off of strength.
Yeah, because you're kicking the door.
Yeah. 2 points off of...
Luck.
Yeah.
Luck.
I don't want to use my...
Or you can,
Okay.
or you can push a
Push it.
reroll, and I'll say that you're going to take like a D4 of damage to your foot if you don't succeed.
Well, that's a lot, man. I've got 10 hit points.
Well, I know it's
I don't want to have
like
more
all-
hit
gonna be
points.
a
lame.
really sprained ankle.
All right, here we go. I'm going to use luck.
Okay.
Okay. So I
Kick the door in.
kick the door in. That's the wrong room.
Give me a sanity check, please.
Oh, good. Let's see. Oh, yeah.
You make it?
I got
Oh,
14.
hell yes.
14. Okay. All right, take 1d3. You want a d3? I have a d3.
I would love to use your D3.
Where is it? There it is.
It lives for these moments. 2.
You can take that one? Okay.
Sure.
There is something. It's large, larger than a human, and it has it's sort of black skinned, and it sort of looks like a cross between like a greyhound and you don't know what. And it's sort of covered with this sort of bluish, gooey slime.
Oh, the yogurt.
Oh, it's the yogurt dog. The return
it's-
of the yogurt dog.
And it seems to be feeding on Dr. Einstein's intestines.
Aw.
Bitch. Ah!
Do I see this?
I have not seen this.
I don't.
creature
You
before.
haven't walked in yet. You can walk in if you want. But what is your immediate reaction? Well, let me see.
I'm gonna go for my shotgun.
Let's see. You have a bout of madness. No, you made it.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. It's just you basically just have a ah! or
Yeah.
some sort of extreme reaction, like very quickly. So he pulls a shotgun.
And starts firing.
Well, I haven't yet. I intend to.
Okay.
And you have more dexterity than he does. You probably get to do something for you.
But a firearm gives a huge bonus.
That's
This
true.
is
It's like
true.
a plus
It's like
40 or 50 or
yeah,
something.
it's ridiculous.
Oh, now I feel
Okay.
super bad.
I'm gonna go in.
Okay.
Because, like, I'm gonna be like, oh shit, he needs my help.
Right. Go ahead and make your sanity roll.
There you go. Because I know it's going to come to that.
I
Oh.
did not make it.
Ooh.
It's a 75 over my 62 currently.
And is she still temporarily insane?
I
Yeah.
am temporarily insane.
Trouble in
What
River
effect
City,
does
my
that
friends.
have?
Well, you got to make your roll, D20.
Shit.
You want to borrow mine? It's metal.
Ooh. 13.
13. That definitely puts you in the realm of indefinite insanity.
Let it be known that I
Oh, wait,
really
no, wait,
did not
13?
want to force myself to go inside.
What was your current sanity before that?
62.
That is more than 1/5, right? 62.
Divided by 5 is
12
12 plus the...
plus the 2. So it would
It's
exceed.
like just barely.
Right.
Yes.
So that is indefinite insanity.
Great.
Oh,
So what do I
I feel
do?
super bad now.
I mean, I can't always avoid seeing Yogurt Dog. I mean, Derlith isn't here to save me this time.
Right.
Yeah.
Mute.
There's a dude just running around London.
Oh wait, have you
terrifying
lost
a stray
any
dog.
sanity to Hounds of Tyndalus before?
To this day.
You haven't. Oh, because that would kind of
That's
buffer you.
why I was the only one who wasn't.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
She
right.
was the shepherd.
That's why
not
it's like,
one of the cats.
welcome to
Because-
the party.
Because I was taking Derlith out the window
Right.
and didn't look back.
Okay. You. Let me see your character sheet for a second.
So the lesson from this is that good puppers save from bad puppers.
Right.
Truth.
Or non-puppers, because this isn't actually a dog.
Yeah.
That was interesting because this time I actually know what I'm looking at.
Yes, you've seen an illustration of
Yes.
it. Right.
Mhm.
She's the one that found the name of it.
Oh, yeah.
That too.
It's never going to be called anything but the yogurt dog.
Whoever this Tyndalus guy is, fuck that guy.
I mean, I'm just saying, despite the fact that, like, I specifically know exactly what this thing is called, nope. Yogurt Dog.
That's the end of that book about trying to control it or banish it, right?
No, unfortunately. That was part of the reason why we're looking for Harper's, because all these notes would have more information on all these. So maybe we should have focused more on that and less on Einstein.
I'm gonna. I can't figure it out right now. I need time to think about it. But I'm gonna probably give you a phobia or
Okay.
a mania.
Okay.
But I have to.
I
sit down and
want
figure
page 1 back.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Like, no.
That's the part of the
Permanent
character sheet that
insanity
died.
You just have to roll dice, and you'll never know if you're successful or not.
That sounds awesome.
Just a point of clarification for chat room. The hound is eating Einstein?
Yes.
Okay.
Eating
Yes.
Einstein's
Intestines.
intestines.
Likely
Oh.
deceased.
Okay, that's good
I
for
mean, I haven't
science.
checked his.
That won't change history at all.
It's all right.
Right.
We're all in for an Inglorious Bastards game here.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Okay. So you come in, and you see exactly the same scene.
And do we need to make, like, int checks and all of that kind of stuff?
That I think that is only for temporary.
Okay.
Temporary is when you make an immediate int roll, and if you fail, you suppress the memory, and if you succeed, you have the temporary insanity for 1d hours, and it starts immediately. Let me just double check, real quick.
Wow. Things went south quick.
6.
This is
Dang, my
not what
bladder.
I was expecting. I was expecting to break in and maybe find her, like, hands on his head or something,
Yeah.
forcing him to dream or whatnot. But yeah.
Super glad I'm not there.
Instead, I should have stayed downstairs because I forgot that Tesla spoke Russian.
I mean, I really, really should not have followed you in there. But, like,
It's what you. Yeah, I guess.
I mean,
yeah.
Your instinct is to help
if
your
you
friend.
had shot the shotgun, I would not have gone in after you, to be honest. Let's be real, because Camilla has
Knows
a
better.
newfound sense of
I'm
self-preservation.
not going to get between a target and a person with a shotgun.
Yeah, pretty much. But because you just cried out, like,
You know, the Russian
Well,
version
he's
of
never. Yeah, he's never seen this thing before. Like,
Yeah. So basically what we're saying is it's all Dave's fault for switching characters on us.
yep.
So, okay, you both. No, you're not in a bout of madness. You are in a bout of madness.
Yes.
Not
Right.
Dave and Pooja is.
Yes, right. So, but you're there. So,
What is your inclination of what your character would do in this situation? Keeping in mind that you are
Insane.
insane.
Absolutely, wonderfully insane. Because I was only kind of insane before, and now I'm super insane.
Right.
Super insane.
You've upgraded to the supreme insane. Regular insane.
You supersized it.
Kamehameha! I am going to, I'm going to start reciting passages from the hymns to the King in Yellow.
Excellent idea.
Oh.
I love that idea.
Jeez.
Okay.
I mean,
Now, was
That's great.
that was a translation?
Love it.
That was a translation, correct?
yeah, it was in English.
Okay. That's from the hymns. Oh, okay. All right. So she starts chanting something while you're pulling the shotgun up.
I'm going to assume it's some kind of...
Beast.
No, that she's doing some kind of... trying to do some kind of magic
Help stuff. Yeah.
That's, I think, what he would think.
Okay.
Because he's like, yeah, these people are smarter than I am. Like, they know
I
more
was so
about this
brilliantly put in the vampire game. Can you do some hand wavy thing?
stuff. But I am absolutely going to shoot this thing.
Okay. All right.
Worked out so well last time.
Yeah.
Okay. Go and roll damage.
You don't have to sound so excited.
So,
I actually don't know what the damage is on a shotgun.
I have the lever carbine. Is it the same? It doesn't seem like a whoopee.
I'll find it.
Okay. That one is 2d6.
Handguns, shotguns. Any particular kind of shotgun you're using, or
Whatever was available at the farm shop.
12
We bought all
gauge,
that.
20 gauge, probably 12 gauge, I would say. And its damage depends on distance. I'm going to say you're fairly close, so 46.
Wow.
Hey.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's 10 yards. Yeah, you're definitely within 10 yards.
Note to self, get a shotgun.
Note to self, you're still wanted for murder.
Oh, that's below average.
You're too crazy to think of that now.
11.
Okay.
True enough. True enough.
Some of the shot seems to pass right through the thing, and some of it seems to bounce off. Because you can hear like a sort of behind you on the wall, and it's not even affected in any way. Although it's now looking at you.
Good. That's good. Well,
Feeling groovy.
I've taken my action, so I can't.
Okay.
Other than, can I yell, like, get out, run, get, like,
Sure.
probably in Russian.
Okay.
He's a little panicked still.
You are on the second floor now.
Okay.
On the way up.
Do we hear shotgun go off?
You definitely heard the shotgun go
I
off.
start running.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna grab Tesla and not let him go.
Okay. All right.
I am definitely, is there any kind of utensils or anything in this room?
What would be in a hotel room?
Letter opener.
And his walking stick, probably. There's that.
But no, tea, he didn't have tea service sent up before he went to sleep and died.
I don't think so. Probably not.
Okay.
What would you get from a tea service?
A spoon.
Okay, sure. You can have a spoon from a tea service.
Great.
It'll hurt more, you twit.
Well, I'm just saying, if I'm going to plug out my eye, I'd prefer it to be with a spoon than with a letter opener.
Oh my.
No, he was having grapefruit. That's,
Oh.
Perfect.
It's very serious.
yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
So she goes and grabs a spoon off of the tea service. Where are you going? Are you still there? Are you?
Well, I'm gonna if she went into the room with the thing. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
she's like standing right behind you, and then walked past you and picked up a spoon.
You bought me for piece So, like, one hand is around, like, the barrel of the shotgun, and I'm going to run in and try and grab her. And
Okay, yeah, she's just a step away from you.
yeah. So I'm going to make a grab and try and
Okay.
pull go.
Is that something you want to try to resist? Because you probably may not even be aware that he's doing it. Okay.
I'm not focused enough on him.
Okay. All right. So you're
Not that I could resist. May I remind you that I have a strength of 40?
That's not that bad. What's your dex?
75.
Okay.
Resistance would just be you going
Matrix.
Matrix.
Yeah,
music
Matrix
going
style.
on.
completely dodge.
Okay. So you're dragging her out. You guys are. I'll say you at this point. You're up at the out in the hallway, and you can see him dragging her,
Towards the stairs.
and you can smell the odor of
Cordite.
yeah.
Basically, in Russian, I go, what happened?
Is the yogurt dog
Yogurt. Oh, crap.
covered in rotten milk? Has killed the professor, or perhaps is attempting to. How bad did it look? Did it look?
His stomach had been torn open, and he was eating intestines.
But like, was he just
Yeah, he wasn't moving or screaming or anything like that.
okay? So he's dead. People don't have their intestines eaten while they're still alive and not have some verbalization.
I understand your line of thought there. Gross. Well, I'm going, well, let's get the hell out of here. Because as soon as he basically says something like milk dog, I'm like,
Right.
oh, crap.
Okay. All right.
I'm already down the stairs with Tesla. Like, the minute I heard the gunshot go off, I froze and I grabbed Tesla and I wouldn't let him go. Then when I see them kind of heading this, like, down, gone.
Okay.
Dragging him down.
Okay. So you go out the lobby, out the front door of the hotel. Okay.
We're just going to keep going.
Okay. Your car is parked out there.
Throw Tesla in there and take off.
Okay.
Kidnapping Tesla and killing Einstein was not really what I thought was going to happen.
Saving Tesla.
Rescuing, yes.
Okay.
And attempting to rescue.
Yeah, as we're running, I'm probably in English, like, trying to, like, be like, okay, so, like, sort of explain to him, like, these things are after us. We've got to go. We can't let anything happen to you.
I don't know, but is there like at this point in history, are there like the public fire alarm things?
Oh, I don't think like that.
Feels like a serious electric situation rather than a gas situation. I think we're still in a
Yeah.
gas situation, aren't we?
There's electricity.
Because we're in London, and I was
Yeah.
like, it's
I don't know. I don't know if those things. Let me look. Just a quick search.
or maybe like a bell on the wall with a hammer next to it, or something.
I think something like that they'd be.
Real question, though. Did anyone remove the spoon?
I probably did not. No, I was just dragging you away.
I would not think of it as something that would be dangerous.
I didn't get close enough.
Well, here's the question: have you still maintained this chant the whole time?
Yeah.
Okay, so they have
I've
now heard you
switched
do it.
chants. I've switched chants now. Actually, once the spoon situation happened, it's a new chant.
Okay, but they might hear and understand what you're chanting.
I am just saying though, like I had a really good chance not to miss that sanity roll.
Yeah, I kept saying that over and
That's
over.
what happened.
I started rolling under. Oh, I have to roll under an 80. I'm fine. And now look at me now.
So
First one was invented in 1890. So we'll assume that there's some sort of
A decent-
switch or something. You
something.
break a glass and pull a lever or something.
Well, I would totally do that on the way out.
Okay, all right.
Like, ah!
Oh yeah, 1902, the first smoke detector.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing.
Way earlier than I expected that to be.
Yeah.
So ring, 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 ring,
Yeah.
ring, ring, and then people start filing out. So, but you guys are
We're gonna jump in the car and go.
in the car and driving.
Still chanting,
What is this?
but I'm gonna assume that the car is moving enough that I can't actually.
Okay.
Actually, if she's just chanting something and just holding a spoon white knuckly, I am going to intervene at that point and just sort of like go and just shake her a bit. Camilla,
Well, she's
Talk to me.
She's chanting in English too, so we hear
Yeah.
what she's saying.
Yeah, but
which
it's
can't be
gibberish
good.
words in English, right?
Well, I mean, she's taught.
No, I would assume it'd be like,
I
oh,
am
great,
now
change
chanting
I-
whatever came along with the ritual to remove your eye.
I probably wrote out at least some passages for that. That was.
Oh, give it here because I want.
The
Your level of thoroughness is amazing.
I'm sure it's like, oh, great yellow king or something. Like, it's got to be. There's got to be some buzzwords
It's
we
the one
recognize.
from the Eye of the Hyades.
Oh, great yellow king.
Seven Scrolls of Earth. Was it what was the title of the thing? You
The Eye of the Hyades. I mean, if there were 7 Scrolls of Earth, I want it.
I'm trying to find out where the spell was. Because that was one of the ones that had the.
What was the same book that had the commune spell?
Right.
Mm-hmm. I didn't get to chant for that one either. I'm kind of sad about it.
I share your level of disappointment.
I'll keep looking for it.
Okay, but we can assume there's buzzwords we'd recognize. It's like, oh, she's chanting crap about the Yellow King. That's probably bad.
Sure.
Well, it's all like Hostor kind of references
yes.
here.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'd definitely be like,
Yeah, I'm going to try to shake her out
Camilla's
of
gone
it.
to the dark.
She began this after seeing the milky creature.
I'm gonna just reach over and like slap her, like
Okay.
flat hand. Like I'm not trying to like punch her or harm her. It's like whap smack.
Get a hold of yourself,
Yeah,
woman.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. You're indefinitely insane. How do you react to being hit?
Quick, do you have any more of those sleep drugs left?
I'm coming at you with the spoon.
Hardcore.
Grab the spoon.
It's a very awkward way to introduce this nice Tesla man to our company. Spoon fight!
This is kind of the best part about grabbing the spoon instead of the letter opener.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoon.
So I just like grab it out of her hand.
Okay, well that would be
Dex or something.
Brawl, maybe?
yeah, probably a brawl,
Okay.
a contested brawl dealy bob.
Oh, this didn't go well last time. I have it, and like it seems like every
And you're
time.
going to compare levels of success. So whether you got a regular
Is it
success,
a brawl or is it like? Oh no, it is because
Like,
I'm
I
coming
can-
after her with it, and she's trying to grab it
she's
away
trying
from
to
me.
grab it. So that so she basically you're making the attack roll, and she's fighting back by grabbing.
Yeah.
I did not make it. It's a 40,
Oof, I did not make it either.
and that's a 50.
Yeah.
So you both failed.
Yes.
Okay.
I failed by less though because my brawl is 46.
So you're trying to like stab her or do whatever it is you're planning.
I'm
trying
just
to
swiping
do
at her with this.
Right.
It's not
And-
like a coordinated.
It's probably hitting. I'm like, what are you doing? Stop!
Stop. It's
Right.
like it is legit. Like
Spoon.
she hit me,
Yeah.
so I am hitting her back. Except I have a spoon.
Right.
It's a very serious game.
And
I'm insane. What's your
Yeah.
excuse?
so you take a swing at her with the spoon, and you basically kind of block it and try to grab her arm, and she sort of rests her wrist out of your arm.
Camilla, take a breath. Chill out.
There is no reprieve. You were indefinitely insane.
The chain continues.
You know what? You're 100% convinced that you're still inside of a dream. Still,
Okay.
this is not real.
All right. Can I roll
If
brawl
that's
to try?
the case, are we going back to Dr. Kessler's?
I don't know where we're
I
going.
think we're just going away from the hound right now.
Other-
That's the plan.
Other.
That was you just asking, right? Your character
Oh.
asking.
Oh, sorry.
It's like, yeah, I don't see anywhere else we could go.
Oh, I can't leave the
safe
hound
place?
there.
What are we going to do about the hound? There's nothing we can do other than avoid it.
Right. No, I mean,
But if we go to the village, we have to go to the village.
Well, we have to be in a condition where we can fall asleep to go to the village. We get to
I
Kessler's,
mean,
we
we're
do
there
it.
already.
No, dear. We're not.
How do you know? We are absolutely...
Well,
We just have to get back to Dr. Kessler's. If we get back to Dr. Kessler's, we'll see. And we'll go back to the village.
Camilla, we're going there right now.
we are on the way there. You keep trying to get us there, like you did before, where I fought the zombie and almost died.
Maybe you can think your
I
way
am
over
sorry
there.
about that.
No, I'm not blaming you for this, but
I mean,
you keep trying to
that
do
was
that.
my fault, and I absolutely am sorry about that.
Camilla, maybe you can try to think your way over there, beat us over there, and then get
Warn the
started.
village.
I need to drive the car.
Patronizing me is not helping.
What was patronizing about that?
Camilla, have we seen any hounds in the dream?
But they come from the dream world. That doesn't mean they aren't there.
Right, but the only place they've been sent after us or people that
They
we've
weren't
seen
sent after us. They were sent after Einstein.
in the hotel.
Which is just another reason why it shows that it's probably the dream world.
No.
I have a feeling that the dog creature is now aware of me. It looked at me after I shot it,
Yes, well,
and did apparently no damage to its body. I would have expected to take a leg or something.
you hit it and it didn't do anything?
Yes. Many of the small
Pellets. They're called
Pellets.
pellets.
passed through the creature, and some reflected back and would have possibly cut other people in ricochet. But,
I mean, technically, I suppose it's called shot, but what the hell does Camilla know?
I just want to know what Tesla's doing through all of this.
Oh, that's a good question.
he bailed out of the car like
No,
4 blocks back.
he's asking after Einstein. What is his condition? What happened?
Oh, and I'm going to turn to him because I'm assuming we're all in the backseat.
Right.
And I'm going to grab his arm.
Okay.
I'm just going to say, horrors the likes of which you could never, ever imagine.
Okay.
Don't try to even think upon it. We have to get to the village. They'll explain. You'll be safe there. They will help us.
Is the professor alive?
No.
I do not believe he will ever be able to recover from his...
Unless
invisible-
one can exist after a creature from beyond our known realms of sanity has eaten your intestines.
It's a dangerous business that your experiments have gotten wrapped up in, Mr. Tesla. And unfortunately...
I believe this evil woman...
How do we know that he is not in league with her? We could be bringing him and her straight back to the village.
I don't.
They could save us.
In link with who?
She who walks between the shadows.
We believe that your Maggie is someone very sinister.
Well, he told him about...
Right. Yeah.
And was very convincing.
And
Someone who has tried to kill us on several occasions.
I think perhaps you should let me out of the car.
I go, once we reach our destination, you're free to do as you wish.
I'm going to roll fast talk to try and,
Okay.
convince him.
Oh, yeah.
10. Nice.
No.
Yeah.
It's a
No.
40.
Oh,
Oh, I thought that was a
Yeah,
1.
no.
I did
I was,
from an angle.
very excited. Although my fast talk is 46. So
Okay. All right.
Still made it.
Yay!
Mr. Tesla, there are many strange things, as you yourself have seen and witnessed in your experiments, especially your recent experiments. There are things that are coming from this world that you made a door or window into, and there are very, very small number of people on this earth who know about them, and an even smaller number of people who can protect you from them. So if you would like to get out of this car, sir, you are free to do so. But please know of the very small number of people that are in that number that can protect you, most of them are sitting in this car right now.
Are you saying that our experiments has resulted in Dr. Einstein's death?
Absolutely.
They are
Yes.
inextricably connected, yes.
We must get back to the lab. I must dismantle it.
That is a fantastic idea, and I think that we should do so, yes.
Not until we go to Dr. Kessler's.
I think that...
I need to get to the stairwell.
But I think dismantling this device to stop...
I think,
I mean,
getting
so
to,
long as-
I think getting to Kessler's is probably the best idea for now.
Doris just looks at you super alarmed. All right.
She's coming at people with spoons, man.
Only after she smacked me.
All right,
The
granted.
important question is, Mr. Tesla, do you know where this woman has gone?
Well, she lives locally. I imagine she went back to her home.
Ah, okay.
What's her last name? Out of character.
I made the NPC, and now I can't find the NPC.
You made an NPC not named Abigail.
Yeah.
Which, as a side
Maggie.
note,
It's
last
Addison.
week in our newspaper, there were 2 Abigails, not one.
Yeah. That was intentional.
I
actually
know.
intentional. And one of them was Abigail Athenbright.
Yes. The
Oh, you
one
should
in the
trust
Lost
her.
and Found.
Implicitly, you should trust her.
Oh my god. So much crazy going on. This is crazy.
Trust her exactly how much I trust anyone else in that
Now I
game.
want her to be in every game Stu runs,
Yes.
and it's actually her traveling through time.
Yeah. She pops up in the vampire game.
Yeah.
Right.
Pops up.
Sure, Mike.
Traveler.
Her name is Maggie Gray. If you're actually asking his last name. So you guys are going to Kistler?
That is our first stop.
Okay. All right, you pull up at the London Psychiatric Institute. And you're inside.
Go inside. And well, what are you doing, Camilla, when we get there?
I'm going straight to the dream chamber,
Okay.
and I'm looking for the door that'll lead to the stairs to get me down to the jungle that will lead me to the village.
Okay. So you're basically going down the hallway, opening every door as you go, trying to find it.
I
right?
pulled Doris aside. Do you mind just keeping an eye on her? We can go and try to dismantle the experiment and then come right back. I'm concerned about her. She's acting erratically.
Well, I agree, but I also think that we need as much manpower as we can now that she's gone after and killed Einstein and knows Tesla's missing. She's going to know where we're headed.
True.
Perhaps we can convince Dr. Kistler to help her get back to the dream place she so desperately desires.
I mean, we might be able to convince her that this machine is the best way to get back to the village, since she isn't going to be successful inside right now.
If we do that, though, she will be very upset when we try to destroy machine.
That's true, hopefully. Not too frightened of her being upset, honestly.
Damn!
Brutally honest.
Lethality of spoons doesn't keep me up at night.
All right. I'm just going to give it a little while and then wait for Camilla to not be able to find that staircase.
Okay.
And I'm like, have you found what you're looking for?
No, she must have blocked it from us. I mean, this has happened before. I mean, that machine must have, when she got access to the village, it must have broken through the protections. So now we are back in the King in Yellow space. The King in Yellow's dream space.
I
We're back
bet-
in the King in Yellow.
If we get to the machine and we destroy the machine, maybe it will put this right again so we could find the stairs.
If we go to the machine, it could take us directly to the village. That's what you said it did before.
We saw images. We don't know if it's a door or a window,
It may
but we can
just-
find out.
But
I mean,
if
but-
it's
but-
causing the disruption...
But so all we have to do is start it back up, and it will take us back to the village. Perfect. That's a wonderful plan. Let's go now.
But it may also damage the village.
I mean,
Your mic fell.
I grab a bottle of ether.
Okay.
it'll
Be
take
careful
us.
with it.
We'll see what happens when we get there. Maybe Tesla can provide us more information about what this machine does as we drive.
Okay, so we start taking off over there then.
Okay.
Did Tesla leave?
Oh no, he's waiting in the lobby
Okay, good.
of the institute.
Okay.
Okay.
It didn't even sit down. He's standing,
Yeah.
checking his watch.
Yeah.
All right, we're going.
Okay.
Driving.
And you drive back to and it's nighttime by now.
Oh, good.
Yeah, great, because,
That's the best time.
Okay. Driving up there.
You drive out there. It's dark. It's extremely dark here. There is a small, like, incandescent light fixture over the generator, because there's a big diesel generator there, and it is running. And you can see some glowing coming from inside between the slats of the barn, but there's no one around.
I'm driving, I take it?
Yeah.
I mean, we no longer have Edward and his amazing driving skills.
Yeah.
Therefore, you are the only one of us who can drive.
Sweet. I'm going to drive through the barn door.
Okay.
Oh, snap.
All right.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
What is your end?
Basically, I just want to break through the door and just come to a halt.
Okay.
Just to get us in there as quickly as possible and start doing some damage to begin with.
Okay, give me just a straight driving roll.
Sweet. 38. Where am I at? Operate machine? No.
Drive auto.
I mean, you're literally trying to hit the broadside of a barn. With a
Well,
car.
no, it's not so much whether he hit the side of the barn.
Yeah.
It's what happens to the car,
Got
what
it.
happens to what's inside.
Yeah, no, I was making a terrible
Okay.
reference.
I'm going to have to spend a couple of luck points.
You literally can't hit the side of the barn.
I mean, even Camilla could hit the broadside of a barn.
What's sad is we made all these jokes with the lantern last time, too.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So you basically ram the door and slam on the brakes, and the doors sort of fly apart. And the car doesn't seem too badly damaged, and probably a broken headlight or something.
Right.
But you can see that there is this sort of ovalish device, and it is being charged. And you can see there's something moving on the other side of it.
Okay, I move closer to see what's moving on the other side of it.
So you're getting out of the car?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anyone else getting out of the car? I guess?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Are you
Oh,
going
yeah.
to protect Tesla?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to turn to Tesla and be like, we need to do this fast. I'll cover you best I can, but let's get moving.
Should I shut the machine off? I could shut it off.
Yeah, yes, and we need to destroy it if there's a faster way to do that.
So it looked like it was being charged? Like,
It looks like it's on. You can see there's something you can't. It's extremely bright because you just came out of the night, but you can see there's movement or something, and you're just not quite at the right angle to be able to see what's going on through it.
Okay.
okay, I'm going to run directly to it. This is the device that will get me where I want to
Okay.
go.
All right. She starts running past you.
Okay. Wanted to just do an opposing dex roll to see if I catch her before she goes.
Okay.
Or
It'd be. It could.
ninjas.
It would probably be brawl
Brawl? Okay.
because this is a. This is it's a grapple basically.
There's dodge, though.
I mean, for me, it
there's
would be dodge.
You can use dodge. There's a dodge skill. Do you have a dodge skill?
is awesome.
It doesn't matter. I rolled an 80.
34, and my fighting brawl is 30.
And, I mean, I'm just saying, like,
I'm
God
actually
damn it.
completely cool with me missing.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
actually completely cool with that.
Okay.
Because right now, I am on the Pooja train, and I'm down for the ride, because it's freaking awesome right now. So let her go.
All right. Okay.
at least I'm not beating up dogs.
Word.
So she runs up to the machine and dives through it and disappears.
Ah, crap.
No.
I dive in after her.
Okay. And he dives in after him.
This.
And Tessa's screaming. He's like, "That is not the intention of this machine!"
Let's turn it off then. Let's turn it off.
And he runs over to the big
Yeah.
levers. And
I'm gonna at least attempt to look through the thing.
okay.
I'm going to try and
Before
help
he turns
Tesla
it
pull
off.
the thing. If I see
Okay.
him pulling on something, I'm going to help.
So as you're looking, as the machine gets shut off, you see the two of them in front of that little farmer's hut in
Okay.
that village. And then, there's nothing.
But it's not like I at least see that image. That
Yeah.
reassures me that they weren't just atomized.
Christ. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Sweet.
And there's no one else here.
There is no one else here.
So she led her minions through already. Would be my guess.
And the
'Cause when-
non-combat guys are on the other side of the portal. Yeah!
Hey, I've got
Actually-
a 6 in dreaming.
In the dreaming, she's probably pretty good.
Yeah, of all of us.
Dream warriors.
All right.
I feel like we have to destroy this thing. We have to get back and try and. I never thought I'd say this. Get back in the dream at the facility, but I don't think we can leave this here. It seems too dangerous.
Well, perhaps we could trust Mr. Tesla to disassemble machine. Is not in case we need another way to get there in future. I don't know. Seems very wasteful to destroy a machine that is not malicious. It is not a machine designed for ill intent. It is an experimental device.
Well, it was by Abigail. She directed it. I can't imagine that it did not have ill intent behind it, even if it was not the intent of Mr. Tesla here.
He's over at a desk, like, collecting stuff and putting it in a box. Like he's just got fired from a job.
Yeah. I don't think we can let him keep his notes either.
Not the first or last time he would have to do this. Okay.
Oh, man, I'm so excited right now.
I will go outside and
great.
I will put cloth in the diesel tank.
Okay.
Wait, it wouldn't work.
It wouldn't work, no. Diesel's almost impossible to light
It's
on
got an
fire.
oil tank.
Oil is
But
not that much easier to light on fire than diesel.
We do need also to get back to the doctor so we can be put to sleep so we can find our friends.
I could possibly drive car. Does not seem too damaged.
Between the three of us, I think we can make it back. You said it was just headlight, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tesla's like, you say that you can fall asleep in order to go where your companions went, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
How do you come back?
A little bit of luck and we wake up.
It is only the consciousness that is projected to this place.
So, but how do you come back?
We wake ourselves.
Or someone else wakes us.
Oh, I see what you are saying. They have gone in there with their physical bodies.
Yes.
There's nothing to wake them up.
Right.
This machine is only exit.
Oh.
Yes?
I do not claim to understand any of what is happening right now, but I would wonder how they would wake up if they did not have a presence in this dimension.
I have a question out of
Yes.
character. When we did the dream walking with I erased a note.
Ahiga?
Ahiga. Did he and those dreamwalkers actually walk into the dream?
Ahiga?
Yeah.
Ahiga was the first guy. I can't really say
Okay.
because you don't know.
We don't know.
No, well,
Okay.
you kind of know.
Yeah.
No, you figured it out.
We went and visited him.
You
again
you
there.
visited him.
Yeah. But so, like, it was us walking in because we.
But you weren't corporeal.
Okay, but I'm asking, were they corporeal? Like, when he and the other dreamwalkers arrived to help us that time?
Oh, is that Ahiga or was that the
Ahiga's grandmother or
right?
something.
Right.
Yeah.
Ahiga's grandmother.
But she
they
was
were
a spirit
dead.
that was just left in the
Okay,
dreaming.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had died dreaming,
Oh.
so they stayed in the dream.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that part. I was thinking that like they'd come from another time, or like okay.
So we should not disassemble machine.
Yes. Well, yes. Damn it.
Shulu.
Mm-hmm.
The woman. The grandmother?
Julie, that's right.
Well, I guess then. Yeah, we can't completely disassemble it. Is there a way to?
I can remove a single component that would make it inoperable until I replace it.
Perhaps
We could perhaps keep that component with me.
Well, I'm worried now that perhaps we need to go in after them.
either that or we attempt to enter the dreaming from here, or at least one of us does, and then that person will wake themselves when we need the portal turned on.
We could try that.
I don't know. What is better?
We'll try and get them
If
to
we both
return.
physically go through this portal, then we will have to leave it on for us to all escape. And who knows what could come out.
Yes. All right. Well, let's try one of us sleeping then. To try and get there. To try and get them to come back through the portal.
There's a bottle of ether in the car.
I just don't know how you thought putting Camilla to sleep would be the best plan.
It was a fail-safe more
Well,
than
we would
anything
not
else.
be in this situation if we'd done it. So,
You would just be snoring them out in the back of the car.
yeah, this machine would be destroyed. We'd all be on our way back to the doctors.
And I would 100% be in the dreaming.
Yeah.
Dragging you all there with me, kicking and screaming.
Okay.
I'll have to tell you my ether story sometime.
Oh no. Oh no.
Damn, okay.
I won't say it on the air.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just tell me this. How was your butt afterwards?
Oh, okay.
No,
No,
okay.
That was that
Okay.
country.
X card.
All right. All right. I will try this. I don't know anything about what amount of that should be placed upon a person.
The thing about ether, it's nearly impossible even to just seal the bottle. It's so volatile. If you wrap it with tape and screw the lid on super tight, and you get dizzy. I mean, it can get through almost anything. It's ridiculous, and it's super strong.
So what you're saying is that he starts to unscrew it and everyone passes out.
Not not you. If you know better, you would open it like this in like a well ventilated place.
Like an outdoor area in a barn.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that.
Right.
So I went to the car and I got it and I picked up the jug and I go,
Okay. All right.
It spilled ether all over yourself.
probably. Don't smoke around.
Make
me.
a luck roll. And it also acts really fast. And turns out it's
Oh no!
Oh
91.
no!
Not so lucky today.
Jesus Christ, Christmas. I told you when that pendulum swung it was going to be bad.
It's gonna be so
And it's swung.
good.
Okay. You hear a thud.
What? Oh, dear Lord. Miss Tesla, you stay right here. Do you have any experience with ether?
We should make sure that everything is turned off. That is extremely volatile.
And he starts backing up. And
Yeah.
he's like going for light switches.
Yeah. And then- I'm gonna pull up my little bandana thing. I'm sure I have, and try and hold my breath, and just grab his arm and drag him away from the spilled ether everywhere.
Okay, so you're going to take a deep breath and then go over. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
and drag him out of there.
Make a con roll with a
Strength?
advantage.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not to pull him over.
Oh.
It's to be able to hold your breath long enough to be able, while you're exerting, pulling him out of there.
Okay.
With a bonus die. No,
Oh,
with a
thank
bonus
God.
Bonus
Bonus
die.
With a
die.
bonus die, which is
That
a
comes
10.
out of a 10. All right, cool.
No, 60.
I'm supposed to 100.
It's gonna be
It was
100.
gonna be 100.
She passes out with the ether.
So yeah, my con is 80, and I made it by 6. And I
Okay,
rolled
all right.
60. I'm definitely
We're
able to do it.
professionals.
What did you guys
Professional
do last
something.
game that our dice are angry at us?
No, they rolled phenomenally last time.
Oh, you
That's
used
it.
it.
The
all.
pendulum has swung back.
Got it.
We used it all on blowing up on that cottage
Yeah.
without blowing ourselves up or James Smith.
And there were a couple of close calls in that either way, so.
Yeah. So I pull him away so he can at least, now that he's passed out, breathe a little bit without continuing.
Well, you
to-
can kind of push.
Yeah.
Do you have medic? Or whatever it's called in this game, medicine?
First aid, yeah.
You have first
I
aid?
have first aid a little bit, yeah.
Okay, then you know the whole thing about pushing down on the chest to sort of make sure that his lungs are expelled and
Yeah.
things like that.
Oh yeah, I have a lot
That's
of
how
first
they
aid.
did it back then.
For me. Okay, yeah. So we do that a little bit.
Okay. You eventually come to. And you got a headache.
Well, I was trying not
No,
to.
I don't want to wake him up.
Oh, you don't?
Because
Oh, okay.
I figured out what he wants, what he's trying to do. He's just bad at doing it.
Okay.
So, but I pull him away so he's not just breathing ether
Right.
the entire time because
Which
that
will
would
kill
kill
you,
him.
yes.
Yeah. So I just pull him so he's in fresh air.
Okay.
And leave him laying there.
Probably actually pull him out of the barn, out into the outside,
Okay.
perhaps.
Well, yeah.
Didn't he drop it by the car?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
figured
but you're
I-
like right.
Oh.
You're like where,
Oh,
where
that's
the
right, the
doors are
car's
busted
in the
open,
in the barn.
and it like the big front of the cars, and so
Yeah.
I'm assuming you dropped it around that area. Okay, so he's outside, and you'll wake up minutes probably, unless
Oh.
you're tired.
Well, I was trying to use the ether to
To
put
put him
myself
to
to
sleep.
sleep.
Oh,
Yeah.
you were. Oh, okay.
That's the
All right.
goal.
Got it. Oh, okay. All right.
So we want him to be asleep. I'm not trying to wake him up.
Got it. Okay. I thought he was going to try to gas someone else.
No.
No,
Okay.
like
Me.
Tesla. Guess what? You can't. She said you can't leave here with your notes.
Your kidneys on the
The
open
notes
market.
aren't the problem. It was you leaving.
Okay.
Machine's all messed up. Tesla wakes up in a bathtub of ice with the stitches on his back.
It is. You are awake. It is exceedingly dark. You can see nothing. You can hear water dripping.
Hello. Does it sound like I'm in a big room when I yell hello?
Maybe a cave.
Okay, but I'm not like a
It's-
stadium-sized cave.
No, it's echoey, but it's fast echoey. Yeah.
Okay. I'll check my pockets and stuff. Do I have my lighter?
Do your character smoke?
It's 1923. Yeah.
Okay.
Or if you don't, you still have a lighter, so that people don't think you're some weirdo that doesn't smoke.
Okay. All right. So you take your lighter out
Yeah.
and you hit it once. It doesn't light the first time, but it sparks. You're surrounded by faces. You see very briefly in that one spark, and they're smiling at you. No, I mean like in the distance, like
Oh.
beyond arm's length.
Well, I'm going to try and.
Every time you hit it, they get a little closer.
Yeah, that's great.
And it's not lighting. It's just you're just getting from the flint.
What do you people want?
All you hear is the water dripping.
Is the source of the water close to me?
It's echoing around. It sounds like it's probably coming from behind you.
I'm going to get up and I'm going to put my hands in front of me and I'm just going to go that way.
Okay. All right, you start walking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll switch to you guys real quick.
Okay.
Okay, can I just say, out of character, that was the fucking creepiest thing. I communed with Hathor, or Hastor, whatever. I communed with the King in fucking Yellow last time, and that was
Still
the
creepy.
creepiest
Much creepier.
motherfucking thing I've
Stu
ever heard
always
in my
saves that
life.
for me. It's always me.
Yeah. It made me
Between the
shiver sitting
eyeballs.
here at the table. I was
Like,
like,
oh.
Between the eyeballs in the flesh.
Right.
And
which one else
this.
let's talk about?
yeah.
Sorry.
It's cool. It's cool.
Okay. But that I thought of that as soon as you mentioned a lighter. I'm like
Yeah. No, rock on.
like a strobe.
It's good. That's nice.
Yeah, nope, never again. Okay, moving on.
So you guys are on the ground in front of the old farmer's, or he's not old, he's young. The farmer's cottage where you've been to several times, and he comes running out. He says, "Are you all right?"
It seems I am. How?
We are being pursued, and the King in Yellow and the King in Yellow has his eyes upon us all, and the she who walks between the shadows, has found a way to your village, and the Hound of Tyndalos has arrived.
He looks up at because you can see it from this side, and you can see what Dmitri, and then it just goes away.
Was that good? They shut it down. So no one else has come through that?
It only just opened. I only just heard the noise.
We need your help. The Hound.
please,
the
come in.
Hound.
Go inside.
You sit down at the table.
Does it feel different now that I'm corporeally here versus the dreaming?
It
thing?
feels as real as it felt, because it felt real, but it feels as real as it felt then.
Okay. I'm basically going to sit back and let her
Okay.
do what she needs to do.
Okay.
Because she desperately needs to do it, and I'm like, cool. At least we're somewhat safe here now, I think. But I'm
Where's
keeping near out.
Julie?
I could send word to her.
Can you please, it is urgent, it is
Yes,
urgent.
I
And
know.
anyone else who may know how to defeat a hound.
We have never seen them here, ever. Not here.
Well, they're very close now.
I will have someone find Julie. Are you hungry?
I believe
Ravenous.
that I am. Yes.
Okay. So he comes and he brings stew and bread and stuff for you and drinks. He says, "Welcome. You do realize what has happened, yes?"
Yes.
The gravity of this has become overwhelming to me, and I do not understand what will happen to us now that we've crossed over here without the benefit of dreaming.
It is likely that you are dead.
But were we not already dreaming? We were in the dreaming before. So now we are just in a different part of the dreaming. We had to escape the dreaming of the king. And the machine helped us escape the dreaming of the king.
Sometimes when people explore the dreamlands too much, they begin to mistake one realm for another.
I wish people would stop telling me that I'm mistaken. You did not see what we saw. You did not see what I saw.
I understand. I will send a messenger to find Julie.
Yeah.
So you're
Back to us.
you and Tesla,
Yeah. Oh no. Oh no.
and he's like carrying a box of stuff to the trunk of your car.
I'm
You
just
don't
like,
need HR to escort me out. It's
Yeah.
okay.
I'll
Just
give you
like
back. I'll
on
give you
alert.
back my dad.
Yeah.
He goes and puts it.
Yeah.
Then he sits on the bumper and says, "How long will this take?"
Honestly, I have no idea. Hopefully, just a few minutes, because I would like to get the hell out of here. Yeah, and just a flask.
He opens a flask.
Definitely
and hands
shares
to
it with. Definitely shares it with him. So, how did you get convinced to build this thing anyway?
Oh, Professor Einstein and I have been working on the theoretical possibility of, well, Dr. Einstein had developed the theoretical possibility of other dimensions and other universes. And I had suggested perhaps there was some way we could breach or join together points within these places.
That's very interesting. Well, I mean, did you think it was a good idea to just leave it on all the time, though?
We did not leave it on.
I'm sorry?
We did not leave it on.
Oh. She's going to slowly pull her gun out of her. And that means someone else might be here with us.
That is possible.
Shit. Who all knows about this place? Besides Einstein, because I don't think we have to worry about him.
Miss Gray and about 8 workers. We had many delivery, many things delivered, so many drivers and such.
Oh dear.
But I would not expect most of them would know the significance of this place.
Right. Well, you have all the plans and such whatnot in that box, right?
But yes. Well, most of those are in my office.
All right. Well, why don't we go ahead and take a part off of it, like you suggested. Something pretty vital and hard to replace,
Yes.
perhaps.
Very bad.
She's going to kind of like cover him. She's like high alert right now.
Okay. All right. So he goes inside, goes to his toolbox, opens up, grabs a couple wrenches, and goes over someplace. He starts.
Yeah.
So he's taking something off.
Okay.
The sounds of science.
Yeah, that's what science sounds like.
So you can see, you basically just start walking.
Yeah.
And you keep.
Dave.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Dmitri.
Dmitri.
Yes.
You just keep walking. And
Hands out in front of me.
and you don't feel anything as you move along. After a long time, you see just a tiny speck of light that you realize is an opening.
I'm gonna speed up,
Okay.
like as quickly as I can possibly move without just falling on my face in total darkness.
Okay. The ground seems almost perfectly smooth.
Okay, well I'm just gonna go.
Okay.
And keep my arms out, moving, warding away
Okay.
whatever horde of people was standing here in this cave.
And it seems to be getting larger and larger and larger and larger as you are approaching it, and you figure you're probably less than a minute away from the outside of it, and then Isadore and Camilla. Back to you. You are sitting there eating, and he comes back and he says, I sent a messenger. She's out past the mountains. I'm not entirely sure when we will be able to get a hold of her there. The messenger I sent can travel very quickly, but it may be some time.
That's not. You said she's past the mountains.
Yes.
Point me out the direction.
You walk outside and he points, and you're basically in this valley, and he points in a direction, and it's mountains all
I
around.
mean, then there are mountains there. Great. And I'm going to attempt to go to the place.
Okay, all right. Make that dreaming roll.
I did not make it, and I did not make it really, really badly.
Oh.
I once again rolled 100.
Oh, you're so good at that.
These dice,
You rolled 100?
these dice are the best dice ever for this situation because I've only been using my insanity dice,
Oh, excellent.
and apparently they hate me.
Okay. So
Or they love you so much they want to keep you insane with them.
Apparently,
it is
Never
exceedingly
leave
dark.
us.
You can't see anything, but you can hear footsteps coming toward you. The light has disappeared.
I'm still going to keep going in the direction it was.
Okay. Someone's running at you.
great. I'm gonna run. Obviously, I managed to get to where Cthulhu is, so I'm gonna
You're gonna
run straight towards
okay.
the footsteps.
Knock each other unconscious.
Well, I'm going to say just both of you make a luck roll.
Yeah, that works
There's
out.
really no way that you're going to...
Oh my god! It's a 14
Okay.
under my 33.
I made it.
Okay. You both of you smack into each other, but manage not to hurt each other.
What? Get away from me!
Oh, you're not Cthulhu.
What?
I meant to.
I'm
I
gonna
tried to.
flick the lighter again. One more time.
Okay.
Just one quick.
You are surrounded by faces, and they're smiling at you. They seem to be about 10 feet away, and some of them are tall, and some of them are short, and they're like,
Do I recognize
soon-
any of them?
"Oh my god!" No.
Okay.
Every time, when he hits the thing, it's like, psh, and you get this brief image of it, and then it fades
And I am
away.
smacking that lighter right out of your hand. Because even
That's
super
fair.
duper
That's
insane
fine.
me does not want this. And it goes,
So
What
horrific.
are you doing here?
what
So
are you
disturbing.
doing here? Why have
I
you brought
can't-
me to this horrific place with all these horrific people?
I came in to the dreaming again from the farm. After you had leapt through the machine, Mr. Tesla helped me realize that you have brought your physical self to this world. And so there is no waking up for you except to go back through the portal. Because you have no body back in our own world. But we must go. These people.
Yes, we have to leave right now. We have to find
Is the
Julie.
light
We have to
visible
find
again?
Julie.
It's gone.
Oh.
Is there any sound
rolled
or
100.
anything else?
Oh, fair. That's fair. Great.
Twice now in this campaign.
Now, like when you guys the echoes sort of die from the talking, all you can hear is a water drip,
Where is that coming from?
the direction from which he came.
Okay. We're going to go towards the water.
Go towards the water again.
Okay. She
Just flipped.
tries to steps and gone. But that would have happened.
Yeah. I'm just saying that there was no consultation. There was just like, blip, blip.
Right.
I'm like, oh, okay.
Indefinitely insane.
It's all good. Crap. He's just gonna stay put.
Okay.
Yeah, Isadore's like going, oh, I'm not gonna try that. All right, let's just hope that things turn out. Because every time we've actually actively tried to do something, things have gotten worse. So he's just going to try to mellow out a little bit. Right now.
Okay. All right. That makes
Have
sense.
another beer.
Yeah. It's like, do you have any? Because I need one.
Absolutely. Yes.
Right
He comes
on.
and brings you beer. So, Tesla is Maggie. She's in league with some sort of... But what is it that she is... What is her end?
Honestly, I'm mostly the muscle in this endeavor. There's a really evil being, and
A being? I mean, not a person.
I don't think that he's a person. I don't even know if it's technically a he, but they call it the king. But
King.
yeah, the king in yellow.
Oh. And he goes back inside the
Oh
office.
dear.
We're all in so much trouble.
Yeah.
And he comes
Did he?
back. He comes back and he's carrying a small book.
Oh.
And he says, does this look familiar?
Yes, that's definitely.
And it says, The King in Yellow, a play in 3 acts. And it
Oh.
has the symbol on it.
Son of a bitch. She's gonna pull like a handkerchief from her pocket
Okay.
and like pick up the book out of his hands with the handkerchief.
I never got the chance to read it, but she gave me that book.
It's probably best that you didn't read it. It tends to mess with people's brains when they read this stuff. That may have been why she gave it to you. So perhaps your busy schedule saved your life. But yeah, they brainwash. It's not even that. It's brain melt. But people like my friend might have noticed she was acting a bit.
She seemed very agitated.
That is a very kind way of putting it. Thank you for saying it that way. Yes. So the influence of things like, she kind of like waves the book, this and some symbols and things, and hearing certain chants, you might have noticed she was chanting also when she got in the car originally, tend to influence people to doing their bidding or just losing their minds sometimes. So if it's possible that if Einstein did read his copy of whatever she gave him, then who knows? But yes, I think that your friend Maggie is either taken over or somehow under the control of... It's basically a cult is what this being has started. We found many such people, and many of them are driven quite mad, and some even take their own lives or harm themselves.
Oh dear.
Yes, oh dear is a very kind way to put it as well. But all we can do is hope that by stopping this machine that we stop whatever got on the other side from coming back, or who knows. But this is important to her for some reason. Did she say anything to you about...
No, she only said that she saw the play once when she was in Paris, and then she saw a copy of it at of the script at the bookstore, and so she brought it to us, saying we might find it of interest. I mean, we're very heavily into our research and have little time for the reading for pleasure, as you say.
Interesting. Did she say where in Paris she saw this play? Because perhaps that's where they first started influencing her.
It was a theater.
I always know when Stu looks it up, I asked a question.
Exactly.
Because it's possible that she went to this play and either saw a symbol, or perhaps that's when she first was introduced to the members of this cult. And I'm not joshing you. I do believe that keeping you from reading this play is definitely something that may have saved you from a fate very similar to Mr. Einstein's.
She said she saw it at a place called Le Comédie
Le Comédie.
in Paris.
All right, well,
It was a small theater.
that's important to know. Perhaps we should back the car out and get ready to... We should perhaps maybe at least load Mr. Dmitri into the car in case we need to leave quickly.
Very well.
Did you notice any, like, changes in her behavior after she went to Paris?
I was not even aware that she had gone to Paris.
Oh.
She has worked for me for perhaps 10 years.
It seems strange that you wouldn't know that she went to Paris. That's a...
Yes, I mean, I don't pay her much. I don't know if she could afford to travel. Perhaps she went with her family.
Perhaps. But, I mean, for her not even to mention it, or for you to not even notice she was gone for a day or two.
She hasn't been.
Right, well. Then perhaps it's a bit of a story. She like, wraps the book more in her handkerchief.
Okay.
Like, puts it, like, in the outside most pocket of her outfit where it's farthest away from her body.
Okay.
You've got a satchel.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, in the satchel.
He's got a satchel, that's right.
Yeah, I'll put it in my satchel.
So the two of you kind of wrestle him into the back seat?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm just going to, like, back the car out just a little bit so
Okay.
it's at least not completely...
And he's got something off of the machine.
Okay, great.
He puts it in a bag.
Okay.
And he said, I picked a piece that is not fragile.
That was very good thinking. I should have thought of that myself. I guess this is why you're the inventor. I'm going to kind of, like, glance back. Does Dmitri have any, like, pained or terrified looks on his face or anything? No, just eyes moving back and forth.
Just wrap it on.
REM-y.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very REM-y.
Which, out of character, I'm sorry that my hundreds keep fucking you up.
I was almost there. I could see it.
He's almost there.
and somehow...
So back to Camilla and Dmitri. The ground starts getting wet. And then it sort of turns into a puddle. And then it sort of starts turning into slightly deeper water.
Mm-hmm.
And even though you don't feel like you're going down a decline,
water
the water seems to be getting deeper.
So is it flowing?
You're wearing boots. You'd probably not strong enough for you to detect through your shoes.
Well, I would...
Touch.
Once we get to the point where we're trotting into water, I would...
Okay. It seems still.
Damn it.
Okay. So this seems to be a lake. Great.
I was hoping this water would perhaps lead us out.
I am going to will
Mm-hmm.
us to... Yeah, I know,
You're gonna
right?
roll those dice again. They're making things fascinatingly interesting.
It's going to be beautiful. I'm just going to will, like, for a light source.
No! No!
Actually, with the faces, I'm not sure I want that. I am going to try to get us out of here.
Okay.
To where I really wanted to go, which is to Julie on the other side of the mountain.
Okay.
I didn't. But I didn't roll 100 either, so
Okay.
it's a 16.
Both of you move. And you are on a city street. The buildings appear to be made out of stone.
Okay.
They're tall. And you kind of walk a little bit into sort of like a courtyard, and there's no one around. No doors on anything, no windows. It all just seems to be openings. And you move up sort of into a courtyard, and the first thing you notice is that there are two moons in the sky.
Okay. This is eminently less terrifying the Cave of Faces.
I feel like the Cave of Faces was worse. You're welcome.
No, thank you. You have saved us from this horror.
Can I try again? Or am I super duper tired now?
No, well, no, you can, but you're basically kind of pushing your pushing your luck. So I'm going to say any failure you get is going to be another 100. And you're going to...
I'm just going to say I'm tired now.
Okay.
But, like, at least now we're not in the super pitch black cave of faces.
Right.
Yes.
And maybe...
There is a sky. There are stars in the sky.
How many of those stars are Taurus?
You specifically do not see Taurus.
Okay, I'm okay then.
Okay.
As soon as I see Taurus again.
I have questions about this place, but they're not questions this man knows.
Okay.
I'll just start, just walk. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Find.
Try to find high ground. If we can find the mountains again.
Okay. You guys start walking, and there's like a rubble in the streets as you're sort of walking along. And this city, as you're walking along, it is big.
Does it look like parts of buildings have been destroyed and just left?
Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. But I mean, you don't see a lot of rubbleized buildings, but there's a lot of rubble on the ground.
Ah, okay. Well, let's see if maybe we can find a building that we can go up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you said, there's openings
Yes,
instead of doors.
absolutely.
So can we
Yes.
try
Is
one?
there a
and see if
tall
there's
building that we could enter?
Whichever one of you has the lowest luck skill, make a luck roll.
I'm at 53.
33. 18.
Oh, okay.
So they don't betray me all the time.
So you
Just when it matters.
You walk into one of these areas, and there's a staircase that sort of winds up, and there's also a staircase that goes down.
Well, let's go up and see if we can get better vantage point.
But there's a staircase that goes down. Does it look like the staircase I have taken before?
It looks vaguely familiar.
This might be the staircase that takes us to the village.
Oh,
It looks
okay.
familiar.
All right. We can go that way. Does
Okay.
it look familiar to me? I've been down that staircase.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's try that.
Okay. You go down the staircase, you end up in the little antechamber cave hut thing, and you walk outside, and I'm assuming you would...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were indicating that we got to the barrier and we couldn't pass it.
No.
again.
No.
Oh, okay.
I open the door with a glass of beer in my hand.
Oh, my God. We did it. Okay. Okay. There's no horrible people in the darkness here. It's good.
I've found Dmitri. I've done all right by us. Obviously, I've saved you. You're welcome.
No, I'm actually stunned to see you both. I'm like, this is fabulous news.
I came into the dreaming. I used the bottle of ether in the car.
Oh, so you didn't jump through the portal?
No, that is the problem. Mr. Tesla believes you have jumped through the portal. Your physical body is here. There is no waking up for you because there is nowhere to wake up to.
I've been speaking, and I'm a little sauced. I've been speaking to my friend here, and he thinks we're dead.
Oh, well, I certainly hope not. But
I'm just saying that we were already in the dreaming. This obviously proved by the fact that I found Dmitri and brought him back to us.
You know, that could be true, too. I don't know what to believe anymore, to be
Okay.
honest with you.
look,
There was a city with a courtyard and 2 moons.
when I came into the dreaming, I was in a terrifying place that we have not seen before. It was
Can we not talk about the faces?
I'm just narrating the story because this is how I know to explain what is going on.
Feel free to switch to Russian and I'll stop interrupting you.
Like we have our own code.
I came into this darkness. I tried to use my lighter to illuminate the way, and every time my lighter tried to ignite, the flash of light illuminated hundreds or dozens or
At least hundreds.
hundreds of people it was more than just faces, right? Like they had bodies.
You were attracted to the faces.
Yes,
I
okay.
mean, yeah.
But
Oh, so they were beautiful faces.
so
They were pants-filled.
Well, they were hard not to look at.
yes.
Okay.
There were hundreds of wickedly smiling faces in the darkness. And they were approaching I tried to flee, and that is when I ran into Camilla. Literally. And she managed to take us from there to a vast, empty city of stone. And then we found the building and the stairs that led back here to the village.
Out of character question. When we visited the outskirts of Carcosa before, there were 2 moons as well, right?
Correct.
So that sounds like you actually entered the city of Carcosa.
Oh. Perhaps.
It's supposed to be the
Wait,
place.
out of character. So we knew that was Carcosa?
Well, we
you
saw
guys have
the
seen
2
the
moons. We've
painting
seen
of
that.
it?
I've seen it several times because I have
his
nightmares
backstory.
about that.
Oh, yeah, because of all the dreams that you had before. And then, actually, in those papers that we read at the bookshop
Yeah.
in New York, that would have given us the
Yeah.
clue into that as well.
Yeah, because I actually had descriptions of Carcosa in it as well.
And the painting, right? Crazy City.
Oh, yeah.
Titanic painting.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this
Although you
guy
may
didn't
not have
see
known that was Carcosa at the time. Of the,
But I'm assuming that now I'm connecting the dots and I'm going, I think you're in the city of Carcosa.
Perhaps.
That puts you squarely in the place of that's dwelled and controlled by the King in Yellow.
There was no presence there. It was a city of rubble.
Yeah, there was no one. Nothing. No activity.
I
But
did not feel the eyes upon me. And I would know those eyes.
Maybe since time also seems to be an issue, maybe you went there at a time period where it was not populated or...
It was destroyed.
Well, that's heartening. That's the first good news I've seen all day.
but the concerns we have is, number one, that your only escape is back through the portal. Number two, when we got to the farm that portal was on, it had not been left running by the professors. So it tells us that perhaps this assistant lady who was being influenced by Abigail had turned it back on.
I think Camilla's instincts are proving to be accurate at this point. I think that it is very likely that the woman that helped us in the past and performed this ritual that has protected us so far is probably the target of whomever came through that portal.
Well, now my fear is one of two things. One, she turned on the portal so she could enter this safe place around their protections. Number two, she turned on the portal to let something from dreaming out. Either way is bad.
But if she let something out, then we already know that the Hound of Tindalos is out there. And if it truly has any information on how to defeat the Hound, now is the time to find out. We should have done this before.
We can.
We knew that
attempt
the
to
village
find
had answers for us. The people who dwell in the dreaming know more about this than we do. We need to spend time here. We need to find the answers.
If it is perhaps possible for us to cross over back using that same machine, I actually do feel better about being here and not leaving a vestige of myself behind to be murdered.
Well, Doris was with Mr. Tesla when I did not dose myself properly with the ether. I did not know how it works. I opened bottle and breathed in.
Nonetheless, my friend, whatever mistakes you've made, you're here now, and hopefully would be able to rescue us from this situation. But I think that
Before
Camilla
we
is
go,
correct.
we should
We need to find this woman and
Okay.
warn her at the very least that something may have come through.
Well, the villager said that we were the only things to come through. The farmer told us.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
this is...
And I'm pretty sure he would have noticed something coming from a hole in the sky.
True.
It is not the quiet portal.
But then that leads us to believe that maybe the portal was left open to have something come out.
Maybe. But Julie would know.
Let's go. Let's try to find her. They sent a swift messenger to retrieve her. I don't know what else to do. I'm assuming we're not successful in your attempt.
But I did find Dmitri, so I feel like it all worked out.
It did.
Can we proceed towards where she is?
Yeah.
It's what got me in the cave in the first place.
Not through magic, but through walking.
Using our legs. Yes.
Fine. Tired now, anyway.
Okay.
Okay. So, I guess we're off to see the wizard, man.
All right. So you are. I forgot where we left off. You were.
Chilling with Tesla in the car.
You're
Chilling with Tesla in the car with passed out Dmitri in the back.
okay, but didn't you?
We took a piece off the machine and we backed the car out just a little bit, just so we're not like in the barn still.
Isn't that when you asked him? Don't you think it was irresponsible to leave the machine on, and he told you we didn't leave the
That was
machine
before
on?
we did
That
that.
was before.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when I was like, all right, why don't you take a piece off the machine?
Okay.
So we're sitting in the car now, and we talked about how his assistants went to France, and he didn't notice.
Right. Yes.
So I'm now like suspecting she didn't go to France,
Okay.
but I'm figuring he's probably freaked out enough. So
Okay. All right.
I'm okay with you staying on them.
Okay. All right. So we'll bounce back.
Yeah, because I feel like this is literally her plan. Unless something attacks, like
Right.
wait here until Dmitri wakes up and hopefully has a message from them.
Okay.
That's-
So you guys get over the mountains, and then it's like steps, not like stairs, like
Yeah, like Mongol.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. And way out in the distance, you can see smoke, like black smoke.
Crap. I'm going to try to hustle over there as best
Okay.
I can.
Yep.
All right. And it looks like this is there's a young boy here, and he's sort of like looking around and like picking through things, but it looks like it had been some sort of village, totally burned to the ground.
No.
Go up to the boy and go, what happened here?
Well, I was sent to find Julie.
When he says that, my heart sinks, and you can see it in my face. She was here?
This is where she was supposed to be.
Start looking around. I start looking for like bodies or whatever.
Okay. I mean, everything is like ash, not even like embers or chunks of. It's ash. So you don't see bones or corpses or anything like that.
Well, it seems like something may have come through.
Boy, did you see what caused this?
No. I saw it as soon as I got over the top of the mountains. I saw the smoke.
Okay. Well, we're going to go, I guess, the opposite direction. Because we didn't see anyone coming towards the village that we came from.
No.
So we're going to go the opposite way and see if we can find anything.
So like continue the same direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or at least, I'm sorry, can't speak for the two of you. What I'm going to do.
No, that sounds like a solid enough plan. I mean, it's completely flat here since it's steppe, so
Yeah.
there's no getting a vantage point or high ground.
There's no high ground.
Okay.
One second. Go ahead.
I tell the boy, we'll keep looking for her. Go back to the village quickly. Tell them what happened.
Okay. And he turns and
Warn them to be on guard.
Yeah.
disappears.
So we proceed.
Okay.
So, would it be worth it to roll a spot hidden just to find any clues left around here or anything like that?
You can.
Well, I rolled a 20.
Oh no, I fail. Not critically, but I fail.
Nope. Not for me.
Okay. You find like a small necklace that has like some sort of animal, like canine teeth on it.
Do I recognize it at all?
Don't know how. Maybe make a knowledge roll.
22 under 70.
Okay, yeah, you recognize that it's something Chuli was wearing.
Okay. We may be too late to find Chuli.
Tear up a little bit. And just sort of like...
We have to prevent the King in Yellow. We have to stop her. We have to stop. She who walks between the shadows.
You'll find no argument from me. I just don't know where to go from here.
Perhaps we can attempt to contact Higa.
Do you know about it? I would probably told you about it.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Or even if I don't use his name, the original man that led you here.
I mean, I suppose it's worth a try.
I mean, I don't know of anyone else that knows more than that about this place, or...
But first we have to stop her from getting any other of these villages or any other strongholds. We have to stop her now, with the people that she has with her now.
I'm looking around to see if I can find any trace of them coming or going from this place, and I'm assuming that I can't.
Yeah, there's no footprint. I mean, the only footprints you've seen are yours coming to this place.
I'm trying to think. And whatever it is here, we've trapped it here. If that is the only... If that mechanism is the only in and out.
I'll search the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Like looking around.
Make a spot hidden.
No.
What did you roll it?
39.
Oh, I thought it was a 19. I'm like, wow, what is it?
Is that something I can help you with? Let me...
Please.
As I see you looking up into the sky, I also look into the sky. And that I make it.
I got a 4.
Wow.
Oh, you really make it?
Okay.
Really make it.
So, like, way up there, you see something flying. And what did you roll?
4.
Okay. You get a good enough glimpse of it as it sort of dips down through the air currents. You remember that skull that Doris found? This is probably the rest of it, along with a different skull.
Right.
Not the one she found,
Along with a
obviously.
different
Headless death bird.
Wait, is it
I
the
basically
same
immediately-
bird from the cabin?
That we saw fly
The
into
one that we
sky.
saw flying out into the sky
From the sarcophagus?
From the sarcophagus that we blew up.
Yes.
Well, I don't point it out, and I very subtly says, look up over there. It's the thing that came out of the sarcophagus.
What's the range on that?
Probably 200 yards.
Oh, that's way too much.
What do you got?
A
Oh,
shotgun.
Oh, yeah.
My
Yeah.
shotgun is useless for that. Perhaps we attract it, and I could attempt to kill it. Or perhaps some of your magic could restrain it.
I can try.
Which one are you going to try?
restraining it.
Okay, all right.
I'm not trying to force you into trying to do that. I'm just.
I am
I don't remember-
100% have no inhibitions in what I'm going to attempt to do.
You have to roll your mythos, I think. Is that correct?
Okay.
I think it's your mythos.
Okay. That is a slightly better percentage chance than my dreaming. And by slightly, I mean double.
Oh, okay. Which at that level is still very low.
It's
Yeah.
still 12.
Still crap.
I got a 16. So I'm going to... I want this.
It's a mythos roll. She can't spell luck on it.
Oh, I
don't
can't?
think.
Oh,
That's what I
okay,
was
never
just about
mind.
to look up. I don't think you can.
I don't
on
think you
mythos.
can.
Never mind. I'm real sad about it, though.
Yeah, that makes me sad.
Let me make sure.
And that's brutal.
Luck cannot be used on luck rolls, damage rolls, rolls to determine sand loss, and no luck can be used on pushed rolls.
Oh, so you can use it.
You can use it on mythos.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, yep.
Being so super duper insane has got to count for something.
Let me find him. Because I believe he gets a roll to resist that. Oh, yeah. Oh, she's probably hungry. That takes after to feed her. Not resisted.
Ha
The thing kind of sort of soars down and lands. And now that you've got a real good look at it,
Roll for sanity.
Oh, for sanity, yeah.
I'm looking at his feet. Just feet. That's all I need.
Screw you, buddy. That's what I'm saying to it.
well, it's almost nothing. Yeah, go ahead and make those rolls just in case here.
I hate you.
Almost.
Yay, I made it.
I did not.
Oh. The slippery slope.
Yay, that's a 30, so I'm good.
You're rolling well.
Yeah, I've been on fire today.
I'm the sand tank for now.
For those of you who made it, you lose 1 sand. That's like
It's a big
Yeep.
bird.
And then for those of you who didn't, you roll 1d6.
Man, that is the slipperiest slope I've ever seen.
2,
Well, you're the one that took the 1d20.
Yeah, well, she did too.
as we all did.
Yeah.
I'm looking for him.
I have lost like half my sanity in 2 sessions. I love this.
It's kind of there's a little illustration of it. It's kind of like a vulture
Oh,
/
vulture bat.
kind of thing.
Leathery,
Yes,
not feathery.
not feathery.
Definitely evil then. On one of our D&D campaigns, we had a guy who had an intelligence of like 4. He says, leathery wings or feathery wings? Because that's the only way you could tell whether it was bad or good.
Yeah.
And the thing lands and kind of takes a couple steps and then kind of sits down and tucks its wings under. Sort of like a duck on a lake.
Oh. Just wants to be friends. Does the magic have any visible effect that she tried to
No.
do on it?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Do you understand our speech?
I just expected you to run from it. I didn't expect you to talk to it.
Already super insane. 2 more is nothing.
It looks at you, and there seems to be... Yes, it has eyes. There seems to be some understanding in its eyes.
Were you with the party that killed Julie?
Kind of looks away.
And I hold up the necklace.
Mm-hmm.
And shake
Doesn't
it
seem
in
to have
front
any
of it.
interest in it.
Shake it in front of the...
Okay.
She who walks between the shadows.
Looks at you.
Yeah.
Where did she go?
Narrate it.
I'm just looking off into nothing.
I'm going to start pacing around, like in a circle around it. Well, I haven't pulled anything out.
Okay.
You don't want to scare
Yet.
your prey.
Allegedly.
This is not an ostrich. So I'm moving around.
2-man job.
That's because I
3.
think there's at least 3 of us. So.
Allegedly.
Okay.
Sick by Aki.
So,
All right.
once I get to the point where it doesn't have an eye on me, then I will quietly pull out my weapon
Okay.
and try and line up a shot to shoot it.
Okay.
I ain't doing nothing.
Okay.
The last thing I want to do is tip it off for what you're doing. So I'm like,
Yeah. Do I roll the damage?
You're actually shooting it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Roll your damage. You know what it does? You got. Okay.
I'm assuming the range is still approximately the same, 10-yard-ish.
Or less. Yeah.
less.
You're probably even close. Well, 10 is 4 dice is the highest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm within
Yeah.
that short range.
Absolutely.
That's better.
That's a little better. 11, 12, 14.
14.
And it's fleshy, not yogurty.
It is fleshy. You hit it. You shoot it basically right in the sort of thorax back section of the thing.
Like wing, you know.
And you hit it, and it sort of tumbles to the side and lets out this shriek, which is kind of blood curdling, and it's severely wounded, and it's kind of flapping its wings, but it's not attacking him or trying to get away. It's not trying to right itself.
I don't think it actually had anything to do with any of this.
Well, what the hell is it?
It's just a bird.
it's a bird that's commonly used
Well,
in black rituals. So you know,
I'm going to put it out of its misery, and I will attempt to like close the distance even more and
Okay. And you don't even need to roll
finish
for
it.
that.
Yeah.
Okay. And you kill it.
Okay.
And it's dead.
Good.
And you put a check mark on your mythos, right? No.
no.
You can't.
No, you can't. Yeah, you have to actually roll it. That's right.
There's not a box there. Though, seriously, if we don't level up soon.
Yeah, we need to have a leveled up session.
Oh, yeah. Maybe, let's go a little bit longer, and then we'll do that.
Okay.
We didn't do one last time?
Nope.
Okay, all right.
Because we had lovely cliffhanger business.
Okay.
Well, now that you've killed our only lead, literally.
It's a horrifying bird beast that was
It's
flying
like
around the scene of a massacre.
I've seen more interesting creatures inside the Natural History Museum. And this understood human speech. However,
creature
I
has
have
been
made obviously mistakes of my own. I cannot fault you for yours. We should go further in our search for the she who walks between the shadows.
This type of creature is intimately connected to sites of this evil. Yes?
It was used like James Smith was used.
Maybe it was sacrificed in some way.
Well, there it is.
Either way.
So,
I'm going to try to reach out with my mind and see if I can find this woman.
Who?
The
Abigail.
Abigail.
Okay.
Because I've been rolling well, might as well. Nah. Not critically bad, but nowhere near.
Okay.
Because my dreaming sucks.
Did you...
I have a 4.
well, should we take it back to the village?
We should go further. We should try to see if there's any trail that she left or any signs that we could see that would point to where she went after this.
All right. Let's keep searching. Is it as far as the eye can see, except for behind us where there are some mountains, it's just open steppe. There's no cover
As
anywhere.
so far, I mean, there's a curvature.
Right.
There seems to be, so.
I have no idea where to start.
Unless we could maybe postulate that whoever did this, it was an assassination and they're trying to return from whence they came, maybe?
The question is what brought them here in the first place. And yeah, this could be why that Abigail came here, or she sent whoever did this. But we need to find out who did this, and if there's literally no information that we can glean from the ashes, then possibly, yes. Contacting
Ahiga, maybe?
Ahiga would be the best way to find out, if just because we have literally no idea any other way.
If this fire was hot enough to actually turn bone to ash, are there any other signs of it being that hot, like crystallization of silica or...
Yeah, like glass.
So it looks
Glass
like
into
this
sand.
was just a gigantic fireball hit this place and just
A
instantly
motherfucking
incinerated.
dragon came and took out
Yeah.
this whole place,
How do we
except
know
for a
the death
bone
chicken
necklace.
didn't breathe this fire?
Yeah, Force 10 fireball, dude. I don't know. Do we know what the chicken can do?
I'm just.
I mean,
justifying
A,
it.
it's not a chicken, and B, it had zero reaction when I asked it about this village, about she walks between the shadows, about Chuli.
Well, maybe it didn't know.
You didn't ask me about Chuli.
Yes, I did.
When did you ask me about Chuli? Because
When I-
that's what I was waiting for. was
Yeah.
for you
But
to
when I
ask me about
shook the
Chuli.
necklace
The
in
necklace.
front,
Oh,
and
oh,
I
so
was
the
like,
Chuli-
and I was like, what about Chuli?
The woman with this necklace?
The woman who was wearing this necklace?
Did you mention her name?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to retcon that. Sorry. How far back are you going to retcon?
Well,
As
What
far
are you
back
gonna
as
tell
need
what
to.
are
us?
you going to tell us? If the thing's like, I know where she went, then I'll be like, maybe I'm not going to murder you, death chicken.
Okay. Well, then it looks in a specific direction, not like it's looking
Oh,
at
okay.
nowhere.
Right.
Okay, I thought you just showed the necklace. I didn't think that you actually said her name.
Oh, no, I quite
No, I
clearly
was
remember
like-
her
Okay.
name.
I was like, what about Chuli?
Okay.
Not like in a what
Okay.
about Bob kind of way.
I'm
but
not
kind of.
unmarking that success on firearms
That's fine.
shotgun.
It's not
That's the
that much
price
of a
that you pay.
retcon. You had a success earlier on shotguns, though, so you
Yeah.
should have already
Well,
had
yeah, but
marked it.
I didn't mark it because it was unuseful. I don't know.
If you succeed at it, you mark it, man.
Yeah, I guess.
The rule is pretty simple.
Oh, wait. So you're saying Chuli went this way?
It gets up.
We shall follow the bird
I'm following the bird.
creature.
Show us the way to go, bird.
And it takes off.
If this bird betrays us later.
Yeah.
And
It would be most foul.
Yada, yada.
it keeps looking back at you.
Well, we're going to start.
Yeah, we're following it.
Oh, yeah.
And it keeps looking back at you. And then it turns and comes back down and lands. And, like, does the whole thing where it's, like, as low as possible as it can get.
Oh, okay. So I basically take the thing as it's probably trying to stay out of sight of something.
Do I need to go underground?
I crouch.
It gets even lower and puts its head down.
Is there any.
And I
Okay, let me
literally
just
start digging.
Scale-wise, this thing's big.
I start pawing at the ground.
Okay.
It's like pterodactyl-y.
It's...
It looks like a cross between a pterodactyl
like
and a chicken.
8 or 10 foot tall.
Okay.
Well, it's... The size for it is 90.
Nope.
So it's big.
I don't know what
Oh,
that means.
that's almost twice my size.
Okay.
Which is probably the size of a horse.
And where we have flown and followed this thing to, what's around us?
It just kind of started heading off in the same direction you guys were intending to go.
Oh, good.
And it went a little bit, and it kind of looked back at you, and then it turned around and it landed.
And it got all the way down.
Yes.
And anything
Like
up
it's
ahead
going to
that we can
win
see.
at Limbo.
I'm going to assume that it's trying to hide, so I'm going to basically drop to my belly as well.
Okay.
And I'm going to crouch down to dig in the ground.
And you're going to ominously roll dice.
I'm ominously rolling.
So it's always ominous.
Then it gets back up and it gets back in the air and starts flying back in the same direction.
Oh, it was trying to dodge something.
Like back towards the burnt out village?
No, the same direction
It was going.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going somewhere.
I
Oh,
continue
okay.
to follow.
Yep. Yep. Gonna keep going.
And it flies for a while and then it kind of lands.
Wait, before we keep going, can I do a spot hidden to see if I can figure out what's going on?
So, size is on page 279. They're saying that it's about the size of like a large lion.
Okay.
So, like one rider or something like that.
I made my spot hidden check,
Okay.
and if you need it to be hard, I also made that.
Okay. You can't tell what it is at this distance, but there is some sort of geographic feature that it's headed towards.
Okay.
You've gone far enough where you can see that there's like a little boop in the horizon.
Great. There's something out there.
A mound of some sort.
Yeah. Okay.
So it flies for a while and then lands, and then
Like it's waiting for us to catch up.
you catch up, and then it flies some more and lands and waits for you to catch up. And then it waits and it gets down again.
I go down again, too.
I'm going to try and peer over it and see if I see anything up there.
I'm gonna climb up on its back.
Okay. And it takes off.
Whee! Please tell me riding is a dex-based skill.
Of course it would be.
It's a skill.
Yep.
It is a skill.
I mean,
Well, there's nothing.
Oh my
that-
God.
it's
Riding
being-
giant chicken is not really what it's
No.
intended.
No.
You got to learn how to play joust.
Right.
Yeah.
Flip, 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 flip. You can now see that it looks like there's a foothills in the distance, and that's where it's headed.
Okay. Wonderful.
We're going to keep hustling along on the
Yeah.
ground.
Okay.
Yes, we can.
This is so much fun. I love being insane.
Her insane is much cooler than mine. And I want to register a complaint.
I mean, maybe if you had
you
tried
did
to
was-
take your eye out with a spoon.
Yeah.
All you did was beat up a dog.
Yes, dick.
That was my insane, not
That's right. That
It was a
right.
Talk me into
combo.
it.
It was a combo business.
And as you start getting closer, you start making up the features. What looks like some kind of it's like a series of towers. Looks like 4 or 5 towers, but they don't look like the sort of towers with the crenellation thingies on the top. They look more like this with like a little expanded part at the top.
So they kind of look like trees. Like if we were in the Lorax.
Like a Roman column without a roof on top of it, just has like a...
I have to draw it. Let's draw it out.
like a
Which I can't.
hourglassy kind of.
A little more like that, but curved.
Like
But they don't cross.
a champagne glass shape.
Kind of, but it
It's just a
comes up
narrowing.
like this, and then it comes out like that.
Oh.
Okay,
I don't know what that would be.
so more of an organic
So it looks like
shape.
a carve out.
Yes.
Kind of.
Yeah, like a,
Like a carve
curved
out.
hourglass thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this.
Like when people are trying to describe a woman with curves and they do that hand thing.
Yes, but more elongated and thinner.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
So it's
'Cause
an
these are
elven
tall.
woman.
Very. Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's a good place to leave it. And let's go ahead and do our level up stuff now.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to remember how to do this.
So we're going to look at all our check marks. We're going to roll above the value, and then we'll add a d10 to
Yes,
skill.
that sounds right.
Yes.
What do they call that roll? Oh, that phase.
Advancement. Or
Is it advancement? Improvement phase?
All right, I have no brain. We roll what again?
You're gonna roll. You're gonna roll percentile dice.
Yeah.
And you want to exceed what your skill level is for everything that has a check mark.
And then you roll.
Matching it doesn't count. Have to
And then
exceed
you roll a
it.
d10.
And then you roll a
to get
d10 to
And add
get.
the balance.
Okay.
Not so much on language. I mean, on the upside, I got a full 10 points of first aid.
Wow, that's great.
But
We're going to see usefulness in that. Holy crap, that's awesome. 96, because I didn't think I was going to.
Did you want to exceed it?
Yes,
Yeah.
you have to exceed.
you
it.
have to fail the roll, basically, to improve it.
Yeah, that's
exciting.
that's so that the higher your skill level gets, the harder it gets
Yeah.
to improve. Improvement. There we go.
Wow! Just barely made that stealth. And 10 points, so I'll never make it again. I'm just saying, like, the crazy dice are super duper crazy. Oh, and I get to roll the dreaming. And that's 8 more points in that.
It's going to be a real long time before my 1 point of dreaming turns into anything useful.
Right.
I'm up to 14 points of dreaming now.
Wow. Well, you're the one that's been experimenting with that more than anybody else.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Damn.
Isn't there something else you get to do besides that? I seem to recall that there's.
You gain back luck or something?
Or you roll. I gotta
See if
find
I'm
it.
getting luck.
It would be really nice to gain back some luck.
What if you get exactly the same as your skill? Does
That's a pass.
I thought it had to be over.
No, it has
Oh,
to
has
be
to go
Yeah.
over?
I
Oh.
believe it has to be over.
That's what he just said, was like, you have to fail it. So if you get the same as your skill, that's a pass.
Got it.
Yeah, success is meet or exceed.
Okay.
Meet or less.
Next time we need to creep up on something, I got it handled now.
No, I'm just saying, I'm
Two
becoming
of us.
a
Sneaky,
world.
sneaky.
I'm becoming a world-renowned occultist.
Yeah.
Nice.
I got an 83 in occult now.
Holy shit.
Wow.
I'm still at my 53. I cannot.
I'm like, this is not going to go up, and then I rolled a 93 for the skill test. I'm like, sweet. And then I'm like,
I rolled a 4 on my occult. I was like, okay, you don't want
there it
this
is.
to go up. Thanks.
no, it's like, whenever I try to increase my archaeology or my history or things that I'm supposed to know, I suck. But all this other stuff, like what my unarmed brawl now is 39%.
Nice.
29.
I'm like,
That's one that I'm good at.
Oh my god.
That's my best skill.
I barely rolled dreaming.
oh my god,
I rolled an
that's
I
awesome.
had 2, but I rolled an 8, thank goodness, so I still get to go up in it.
That's awesome.
But, oh,
Oh, and you get a +9. Beachin.
Oh, snap.
damn.
You guys are going to be dreaming the heck out of things.
Yeah.
I mean, you say that, except even with us, like, succeeding in this, it's
Okay.
like 14,
Kimmy's like,
I think, is the highest that any
Not
of us
going back
has.
Does anyone have any skill at 90 or higher?
No.
No, I'm getting close with my occult, though.
Okay, you get back 2d6 sanity when that happens.
Oh.
Bless you.
So you're saying I'm really, really irritated that I did not make that library use roll?
Yes.
Or I didn't use library use in this last set. Is the real problem.
From now on, we're just like, okay, what are we going to do today to stop this horrible cult? All right. I need to stop by an accountant's office. And
I need to go to the library.
I'm going to go try and do some anthropology research.
Chat room is also saying, during the investigator development phase, the player also has the opportunity to, 1, gain sanity points through their investigator spending time with an aspect from their own backstory. See self-help, page 167.
Oh, yes.
Okay, or check their credit rating. I don't know if these are mutually
This
exclusive.
is more kind of downtime stuff between chapters.
Yeah,
but I just
that's
want to
not
read it
what-
out so we know. Check their credit rating and review their finances. See page 96. Or reduce all sanity limits by 1. Oh, that's very loud. Sorry. Reduce all sanity limits by 1.
See, getting used to the awfulness.
Yeah, 169. So just FYI. I sounded smart reading that, so I'm happy about it.
I haven't been tracking because once you've taken the maximum amount of sanity from a certain type of thing, you don't take any more, but that number starts to decline again over time.
Okay. All right.
Well, awesome.
Okay.
Good job.
All right.
Sweet.
Cool.
Thank you very much for joining us for session 13 of Murmurs at the Abyss. And
Happy Jacks if you want to see all our shows.
Go to happyjacks.org if you want to see all of our shows, or happyjacks.org/shows for the whole listing of all of the shows. All of them. Each one of them. And
There's many now. There are many.
There's so many.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, and also, coming up in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. We have this game, but also the 24th and 25th. It's a Friday, Saturday for most people who are near our time zone. We are having our Rainbow Railroad.
Pretty much everyone. 24th and 25th is going to be a Friday and Saturday for everyone.
Yeah, but we're streaming live. People who are in other places.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Might progress into Sunday.
Yeah.
Wow.
It might start on a Saturday for some people.
Got it. Okay.
We're having our 24-hour live stream marathon. We're also going to be recording, so we will be publishing the games later on. Last time it was crazy. We raised over $6,000 last time for Rainbow Railroad, which is a fantastic charity that helps LGBTQIA+ people who are being basically put in danger in their home countries. It helps them escape and find safe places. So please tune into that. You can check out happyjacks.org/rainbow. We have a bunch of different companies who are giving really cool gifts this time, so it's very exciting. So don't miss that. It should be crazy fun. I remember most of last time. I was very tired, but it's very good fun event. So check that out.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Along the shore, the cloud waves break, the twin suns sink behind the lake, and the shadows lengthen in Carcosa. Strange is the night where black stars rise, strange moons circle through the skies, much stranger still is lost Carcosa. Song of my soul, my voice is dead. Die thou unsung as tears unshed, shall try and die in lost Carcosa. Strange is the night where black stars rise, and strange moons circle through the skies, but stranger still is lost Carcosa. Song that the Heides shall sing, where flap the tatters of the king, must die unheard in dim Carcosa. Song of my soul, my voice is dead. Die thou unsung as tears unshed, shall try and die in lost Carcosa.